yours truly. Now, coming soon to Twitter, you'll get to read all my thoughts and opinions on just about everything. Now, there's a lot of fake OJ accounts out there, so this one, at the real OJ32, is the only official one. So this should be a lot of fun. I got a little getting even to do. So God bless. Take care.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Flagrant 2, No Easy Buckets, analysis by assholes, water cooler commentary for your sports needs. The juice is loose, and this episode is brought to you by a brand new sponsor, our alcohol sponsor, Skeptic Distillery.
Yes,
SkepticDistillery.com. Use the promo code Flagrant. You save 20% off all purchases, and any purchases over $100 will receive free shipping. We are turning skeptics into believers. For those of you guys who are new to the podcast or did not hear a past episode with Skeptic premium vodka and gin is distilled at cold temperatures using their cold vacuum still, okay? It's essentially cold brew for alcohol. What does this do? It allows you to distill continuously at just 50 degrees Fahrenheit or even below, which preserves delicate flavors and improves the removal of impurities. The results speak for themselves, and they're just getting started. Skeptic Vodka swept the USA Spirit Awards, earning Vodka of the Year. Sweet, baby! Sweet, baby! See that? Sports references even in the alcohol. 90 points overall. All right? It's like 2 WNBA games. Okay. Skeptic won Best in Category at the American Distilling Institute Conference this past March 2019. Skeptic liquors are crafted to be a truly neutral spirit with unmatched smoothness and purity, perfect for cocktails, neat or on the rocks. On the rocks! Like the Raptors had the Warriors, baby! On the rocks! Currently working on a whiskey by the end of this year. Remember, purchase bottles online at SkepticDistillery.com. Use promo code Flagrant to save 20% off all purchases. Any purchases over $100 receive free shipping. Turning skeptics into believers. Guys, that's not it.
What's not it?
That's not it. We got
That's
more.
not it.
Flagrant Media Group going in.
My God. FMG.
Shouts out to FMG.
FMG.
Javon, Jamil in the building. Guys, didn't get your fathers anything for Father's Day? Okay, maybe you got them a weak-ass card or some bullshit. Well,
ugly-ass tie.
That's awful. Ty, come on. Pops should be retired by now. Take care of that man. You're just a last-minute shopper and you didn't get a chance to get your dad or male role model any gift? How dare you let your dad put his unkempt pubes all over your mom's vagina, okay?
You hate to see it.
It's not too late to order yourself or the men around you products from Manscape, okay? Your mom's coughing up your dad's pubes, okay? Think about that. Just coughing them up. Your mom.
Gagging.
Gagging on those pubes. She doesn't have to be. They could be kept or kempt or whatever that word is. Order that Lawnmower 2.0. The guys over at Manscaped are saying that it's the #1 purchased product by our army for a reason, okay? It's the only trimmer with skin-safe technology for a smooth shave every time, everywhere. It's quiet so the world doesn't have to know you're shaving your crotch. It's waterproof so you can shave your body in the shower. Whoa, that's big. Assholes, there's no reason you or your father should be ashamed of shaving their body parts, okay? This is normal. This is how it goes down. This is how we treat the women in our lives right. It's the least we can do, okay? And by the way, you should not be using the same shaver on your balls as you do on your face. I mean, that's just common knowledge. Now, if you haven't purchased anything, hurry your ass over to Manscaped.com. Use our promo code Flagrant to save 20% off anything purchased and get free shipping anytime you or anyone you know uses our code at checkout. Manscaped, the #1 company in male hygiene. You know what? They also got anti-chafing deodorants and moisturizers for your balls. They got a foot spray that smells amazing, protects against sweats, and gives you cooling sensation for up to 24 hours. Guys, just go there and handle it, okay? Simple as that. They also got the crop mop. You got to take care of your balls, okay? Take care of your balls.
We got testimonials from people on the Patreon, too. Loving Manscaped.
Get that, man. Get that. Anyway, let's start the show. As Kaz was just saying, the juice is loose.
Yes, sir.
He's all over Twitter.
The GOAT.
He came out with a vengeance, bro. He came out like John Wick, son. That motherfucker said, I got some payback to give, okay? He's not playing. Someone killed OJ's dog, and we about to get a couple movies. We about to get a couple movies of this, man.
Yo.
Teeth were looking amazing.
With no
skin looking amazing.
I was like, yo, can we not?
Real talk. I think we got to start
the room?
killing white women because that's how. Talk about Jordan Peele.
Bruh.
Jordan Peele was talking about white people using black people's souls to stay young or whatever.
Listen.
I think it's the other way around. I think
OJ got to share the routine,
sacrificed Nicole.
Share the routine, B.
We found it.
My God.
Kill white people.
That boy
use
got
their
the white
souls.
woman glow.
Bro.
OJ sacrificed one of the few well-aging white women in the history of the
Nicole
world.
had it.
She looked good,
Maybe
man.
Nicole was aging better than him, and he was like, I'm not going to do this.
Now we can't.
That's an
You're not gonna
embarrassment to the
embarrass
people.
me. Wow. Maybe cocoa butter is just white girl skin. Maybe that's what it is. Cocoa butter is white woman souls. And now we found it out. OJ look younger, bro.
So OJ really is the GOAT when you think about it.
Man, he got style.
He's the
He
GOAT.
wearing these fucking unbuttoned half-sleeve shirts looking crispy.
Got the fucking just almondy skin. Talking like a fucking 1950s radio commercial.
Great teeth. My man's still doing Hertz commercials. As far as I know, on Twitter.
You remember, like in the 90s, like he was literally the pitch man for everything. He was the most marketable athlete on the planet. And then three tweets in his Twitter account, I'm like, I see exactly why. Like I'm just like, yo, somebody's gonna give him the bag to do something.
Have his kids disowned him, or are they still?
Nah, one of his kids is a real estate agent.
Nobody disowned this man. You can't disown OJ. He'll slice your neck off.
That's true.
Allegedly.
And Nicole tried.
Allegedly.
That's true. But
I ain't saying allegedly.
I'm just curious.
My
that, like, would you know that your dad killed your mom, right? But you still want your dad, like in your life.
I mean,
couldn't you forgive your dad for that? Your dad kills your mom, you lose both your parents.
That is true.
It's kind of fucked up.
But he got away with it. Well,
look, we've
still
seen.
free.
Did you see the staircase? Do you see that documentary, The Staircase?
Nah, what's the staircase?
It's a staircase where some guy like kills his wife or whatever like that, and the kids kind of forgive. They don't forgive him, but they're trying every.
You try to.
You try. No, not forgive. You try to think of every reason why it wasn't him. Like clearly he hit her over the head with this fucking like thing from what is it called where you. The fire
thing?
Like you stoke the fire.
Oh,
fire
like
poker.
in the fireplace. Okay.
Yeah. Clearly hit over the head. His lawyer's making up things like an owl attacked her, and then she fell down the stairs, and the kids are like, "We have owls in the neighborhood. It could have been the owls." You know,
Could have been.
That's what these kids. That's what these kids will do.
Could you forgive your dad?
For killing my mom? Yeah, not the other way around. I thought about
if your mom
this.
killed your dad,
I thought about this the other day, bro. Literally yesterday. I thought I was like, when my pops dies.
My stomach hurts.
If my mom, if my pops dies, if my mom like tries to move on and get like a new man to live the rest of her
you
life,
got a guilt tripper.
I don't know about
you
that.
Give me that guilt, bro.
I don't know about that. Being said, if my mom went, hey, Dad, you gotta get some pussy. What are you supposed to not get some pussy out?
Son, I'm not.
Gotta live, yo. Gotta
What are you
live,
gonna do?
yo.
You're gonna have these old ass full sack balls, Blue Chew out here, everything you could possibly do to live your life to the fullest. You know.
Listen, all you gotta do is listen to the podcast, get some Blue Chew, get some full sack. You'll be right back in the swing of things, man. It's beautiful.
Man, I was on Father's Day. I was so selfish, bro. My dad, you know, I don't get to like hang that much with just me and my dad. He's either at the house. My dad's memory's gone, right? So he's at the house, but it was just him at the house, you know. And so me and him, and I was like, all right, Pops, I got to roll, you know. And he goes, you want me to walk you home? Right? And I was like, I absolutely want you to walk me home. Me and my dad take a nice walk.
Yeah.
But then part of me's thinking, how the fuck you gonna get back?
I'm about to say, like, yo.
This is how selfish I was, bro. I was like, you good to get back? And he was like, yeah, I got that. I was like, okay. That's how much I want to spend time with him.
Oh, you should have walked him back.
Nah, bro. I walked him to 14th. I should call him now and make sure he got back.
If you walk him back home,
let me call him out, crib.
if you walk him back home, he'll forget that you walked him there. So
Boom!
he does
He'll
walk him
think
back.
I'm walking him.
Exactly.
He'll be like, ain't I walking you up here? I'm like, no, Dad, it's your memory. I gotta walk you back to your crib. So he walked me to 14th. It was a great walk, man. I was
Nice.
talking to him. just talking about life. What's the hardest thing about fatherhood? And just asking these cool questions. And then that might have been the last time we hung out. But, it is what it is.
Well, hopefully he's all right. Just
we're about to find out right now. I'm calling.
You gonna call him?
Golly.
On the pod.
All right.
We're going to make sure my dad make it back.
Make sure he's good.
My mom let him get back from the beach house by himself.
Wow. Jesus.
The beach house he invites me to every time he sees me.
Oh, he invites everybody to the beach house, bro. Hold on. Let's see. Come on, Larry Schultz. Come on, Larry.
This is tense.
Come on, Larry. Stop playing with me. Yo.
Maybe he just forgot where he put his phone.
Or that's true. That's true. No, he don't got a cell phone.
Yeah.
You don't have a cell phone?
No.
You calling the house?
I'm going to the house. Yeah.
Oh, he
could be out.
Swimming.
He could be out. No, he stopped. He don't do the swimming no more.
Oh, shit.
It's getting up there, bro. 77.
Wow.
Nice.
77.
Oof.
Up there. Anyway.
That's a good age. I had my first Father's Day, sort of, this weekend.
That's right.
Let's just say. Yeah, man.
How was that, man?
It was cool. I went to my girl's parents, my girl's brother's house, and they do this big thing with like the dads in the family, and like they got like a ton of kids running around. And I'm like the first, I'm like the new guy in the family, so they kind of like gave me a little shit, but it was like good-hearted shit.
What'd they say?
No, they were just like, you're new, and you're gonna have a little girl, and
Welcome
girls
to
are
the first day your happiness doesn't matter anymore.
they're all just like get the same shit everybody
about
says.
daddy happiness.
When your like girl's family is giving you shit, do you ever look at them like, I busting your sister?
Wow. Wow.
Like what are you gonna say to me? Like at any point in time I could shut down the whole dinner.
I mean, listen.
I win.
Listen,
I know for a fact Andrew has used that line on an ex's family member.
100.
I know for a fact.
Wait a minute, you were there for it?
Nah, you told me about it immediately after. And, and dude was kind of brolic too.
Oh no, he could have whooped my ass. But at the same time, when I recovered, I busted his sister again. So, what you really gonna do? I win.
Like who's gonna nurse you back to health? Not you. Probably your sister. So it's a lose-lose either way. But now it was cool, man. It was cool, man. Like they had like a big cookout and shit, and it was really weird, but like it's all kind of like settling in. Like you're about to be a
What's
dad
more
and shit.
disrespectful? I busting your sister or she sucks my dick?
Oh my God, Akaash. Jesus Christ.
You always take it a little too far.
Jeez, that was the second one.
You always take it a little far. It's probably the second one.
All right. I was just wondering.
We're talking about a mother here. God, Akaash.
If you have to ask, you know the answer, goddamn.
Goodness gracious.
None of you think your moms will suck your dad's dick? Y'all crazy.
I know my mom sucked my dad's dick. I know for a fact. I had a bunch of brothers swallow.
My mom was a saint.
I had a bunch of brothers got gobbled up. You know what I mean? It should have been a big family. My dad was 40 when he had me. You know that means he had a good 4 years
That's true.
of wasting sperms. You know what I mean?
There was a lot of shots getting let off in the air.
It was a lot of shit. You want me to get a little towel, wipe you up? There was a lot of those. There was a lot of those in my family.
It was like New Year's Eve, just letting shots out in the air. Happy New Year.
You know what I mean? You're not playing no games out here. If you think Larry Schultz wasn't getting his dick sucked, you got another thing coming. You know what I mean?
Y'all ever walked into your parents?
Say what?
Y'all ever walked in on your parents?
Hell no.
Nah, but I would hear him. I hear my parents fuck all the time.
Oh my God.
All the time. My dad making no noise. Mom, like a fucking gentleman. My dad is a professional.
Jesus.
Went about his business.
I don't want to hear Mama Schultz. Please don't. Oh my God.
I thought you were saying Laddie, not Larry.
It kind of sounds like that with their accent.
Laddie, we like to party.
My brother would always try to knock on the door like he didn't know what the fuck they were doing. My brother would knock on the door with concern. He'd be like, "Are you okay, Mom?" "No, she's not. She's getting that hammer." Okay?
Larry Hammer, bro.
L. Schultz bringing it down. Ragnarok. That's what they call my dad. Motherfucking Ragnarok.
Rag that rock. God damn
Oh my
it.
God.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I remember I was at Andrew's place when we first started getting cool. you live with your folks, and then it's like 2 a.m. we're just working on like a script without him or whatever. But then his dad just walks out with a shirt,
Oh, hell yeah.
no drawers, just dick hanging out of his underwear.
Like Winnie the Pooh, just
Real
Like
talk.
with a shirt, no pants.
Winnie the Pooh with a big ass dick.
Big dick energy. Larry Schultz. Big dick energy.
And then he saw me and he was like, "Oh," and he like kind of tried to cover it up, but like he didn't really give a fuck. He was like, "You in my house, boy."
You know what's dope though is like when you walk in with just the shirt on. He had that white tee. He always sleep in a white tee, no drawers, because he might have to fuck. He might have to fuck in the middle of the night, right? So white tee, no drawers, right? Walk out the room, go to the bathroom. We're chilling there, dick out, right? Sometimes, if he was really tired, he'd just wave. He wouldn't acknowledge it at all. Other times, what he would do is he goes,
When you wave, you lift the shirt.
yeah, you
more.
lift it even up. He goes, oh, and he'd take the shirt and he'd pull it down over his dick, and that would just expose his ass even more. So he just walked by and it was just cheeks flapping.
It's always a strange day the first time you see your father's dick.
Depressing day. That
never
motherfucker
had-
got
Yeah,
bigger
it's a
dick than
strange
me.
day. Like you look at it and you're like,
Your dad got bigger dick than you?
my dad at that point, yes, he had a
I
way
think
bigger
dicks
dick.
got
than
smaller over the generations. Yo. Like, real talk. My dad got bigger dick than me. My dad's dick fat and shit. Yo, my dad's dick is crazy. Bro, his dick was nuts.
Yeah, it's crazy. I haven't seen my dad's dick. I've seen your dad's dick. Isn't that wild? And Andrew
There's
ain't
so many
lying.
wrong things about this.
That shit ain't even Ragnarok. That's the Hulk in Ragnarok.
that's real
Just
talk.
constantly coming and breaking shit.
Dude, shit is nuts, bro. All I'm saying is if your dick was that big, you wouldn't wear underwear either. Dude, that's discomfort
It's mad
underwear.
constricting.
Bro, shit was crazy, dude. Oh, I'm saying, I was waiting to grow into that shit. Like, what's up?
Dad
I'm
dicks are
35.
definitely
When my dick gonna be like you, Dad?
Did you ask him that in your walk home?
Yeah. I was like, what's the hardest part about being a dad? He was like, seeing your son's dick not grow up to your
just
size.
being disappointed at your
Son.
son's dick. Like,
I'm telling you, it's all the preservatives and shit we were eating.
I'm telling you.
I was eating fruit snacks my whole life. My dad didn't have fruit snacks. He's 77. He grew up on fucking apples and shit, whatever.
actual food.
Your dad
Actual
served in the-
food.
Your dad served in the war, though. He deserved that big ass
Son,
dick.
they kept him
That
here.
shit- that
They had
shit
to
probably
preserve
grew.
that dick.
Probably ate like
He was in the
tomahawk
army. They
steaks
wouldn't
every
let him
day.
go to Vietnam. It would have scared them little Asians' dicks. That's how we could have ended the war. My dad walked up in his night outfit.
That Schultz bomb.
He's like, he just walked right up. Viet Cong? You ain't got shit on me.
Hero Schultz.
Just walking through the fucking Vietnam fire with the dick like Thor's hammer, just swinging that shit like,
Yo, walking through them jungles, bro.
I am worthy.
Imagine him walking through them jungles, no machete, just dick chopping through weeds.
Son,
Well, we did lose that war though, so
you not Captain
Yeah, you're right. We should have sent them out there. Right?
shouldn't have sent them out
You're
there.
not
yo.
Captain America, dog. That's you're not worthy
Not
of the
worthy
hammer.
yet.
Fuck, bro. I'm not worthy of the
Not
hammer,
worthy
bro.
yet, yo. It's like fucking Age of Ultron. He tried to lift the hammer. It's like,
Dude. Real talk. I need to ask my mom how she took all that, bro.
Oh my gosh.
bro.
Ask her on Mother's Day.
Yo, what if that's her gift? I won't fuck you today.
She's like, thank God. Jesus. I got shit to do today.
I always used to worry about my mom because I was 10 pounds when I was born. I was a big ass baby. I was like, how the fuck you push me out?
Now you know.
Same.
We got it. She was like, light work. Light work.
You just shot out of there with your arms out like Superman. Doctor just caught you like that episode of Martin.
You don't need no umbilical cord.
This
This is TV. God damn it.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
All right, how do we get into this? OJ.
Dad dicks.
Oh, yeah,
OJ,
so-
the GOAT.
So OJ's on Twitter.
OJ's the greatest. He's without hyperbole, and you could co-sign me on this new guy who's not Alex.
Oh, my bad. Y'all don't know each other?
Chris.
No, we know. I'm just.
Oh, okay,
I'm
good.
saying for the people watching.
Yo, Alex is on vacation, already fucked up. I need to call out Alex.
Isn't his ankle fucked up?
Oh, no, he did get injured.
God damn.
Yo,
That was
we
such
are,
a funny fashion
son,
video.
How did
we
that
are
happen?
washed.
I really
Let me
want
tell you
one,
how
though.
washed we are. Let me
I
tell you
really
how
want one.
fucking washed we are. We are in, I forget the city, Indianapolis. Now, whenever we go to these cities, they have these scooters that like the city provides
Yeah.
or like these companies provide. And you
Yeah.
could just You could just
take them.
It's city bike for scooters.
But it's even better because you could litter. You don't have to put them anywhere. You could just drop them off. City bike, you got to find the docking, right? So these you put wherever the fuck you want. So we always scooter around, and I knew it was going to happen. We were going to eventually have
an accident with the scooter. It's after the Friday show. We're feeling pretty good, a little drunk. We're scootering back to the crib. We're right in front of the crib, and we're just scooting around in circles trying to figure out what we're going to do. Are we going to go out more? Are we going to get some food? Whatever. Alex sees a curb. Oh, Jesus.
Right? And I see him go for it and then turn. Right? And then come again and then go for it. I'm like, oh, is he going to try to jump the curb? He jumps it. This fucking idiot. The front wheel hits the curb.
Oh, shit.
Right? He kind of bounces over, and he keeps his hand on the accelerator.
Oh, God.
But his feet on the ground.
So the shit just ran through.
No, so he starts to spin around a circle, drops, hits the ground. Only thing I'm thinking about is his sneakers because he had them Travis Scott ones.
Oh,
right?
damn, that's rough.
Yeah, bad.
Yeah.
He is fucked up. The ankle's all swollen.
He's like going in a circle like Homer Simpson on the motorcycle.
Yes, and now he's walking like Maggie or whatever. What's the baby?
Maggie's the baby.
Maggie, right? Now he was on his knees crawling the next day, like bad.
Wow.
Like could not move. Pumped him up full of Tylenol and shit. Show must go on.
Show must go on. Ice that shit.
That night, though, after Alex fell, I was like, if I have to prove Alex, he's already at his lowest point, right? So I have to make him go underneath the ground by showing him I could jump onto the curb.
Oh my God, of course.
Okay? The first time I try to jump on a curb, I go right over the handlebars, bro. Dude, I don't even think I jumped. I think I was so concentrated on something else, I just ran right into the curb. I front flipped over the handlebars. Okay? Somehow, all I got was a scratch on my hand.
White privilege.
I guess so, bro. It was unfucking real. So we both bust our goddamn ass, and then somehow Mark managed to do it. I guess what I'm saying is we're too old. This 30
Facts.
plus shit.
I don't know why you're going around on scooters.
No kid shit.
Nah.
The scooter at 35 is literally,
you're asking for awful things to
what's
happen.
That goofy ass thing security guards have sometimes? That fucking thing.
Segway.
It's just a Segway for us. That's all it is. Point A to point B.
Point A to point B.
And it's not a razor. It is a Segway.
No, you're right. And we were.
Didn't y'all ride a scooter together
Shut
too?
the fuck up, Eddie. Damn, man. Who the fuck invited
bro.
you to this conversation?
Calm that shit down over there, bro. Goddamn. You were not there yet. You were not there yet. Goddamn. So anyway,
Chris,
like I was saying.
Chris, would you like to contribute to the conversation at all, Chris?
Honestly, that shit made for some great content, though.
Yeah, you're right.
I watched it. I was intrigued. Then I saw the fashion video. I was like, God damn, I really want one.
That shit was
Son,
fly.
I'm not gonna lie, we killed that fashion. It was hot.
Curly.
And I gotta give Al credit because we're pushing him around the airport in the wheelchair, right? Which is the only way to be at the airport, by the way. That we're gonna milk this injury. I said, Al, as long as you feel any bit of pain, like, please, we're using a wheelchair because it's right away. Yeah. We're already TSA pre-check. We're already clear. Now we chopping all the lines up. Al, I'm pushing him around, and he has a cane, right? And I don't know why he thought of this, but he started like rubbing the cane on the ground. He goes, "Oh yeah, it's like that white people sport." I go, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "You know the one where they did clean the ice?" And I was like,
clean the ice.
Oh shit, that's it. We got a fashion.
Right.
And when I tell you we did about 5 takes of that, when I tell you we left 2 pieces of luggage in the middle of the airport and we were like 50 feet away from it.
Yeah, I can't do
and
that
we
shit.
had TSA and different airport employees walking up like, "Is this anybody's luggage? Is this anybody's luggage? What? Like we had people ready to like shut down the airport because you can't leave luggage around.
You can't just leave a bag of anything.
Man, we pulled that shit off.
Look good.
Can't stop.
Content don't stop, yo.
Can't stop, bro.
Can't stop, won't stop.
So like I was saying, man, I was gonna ask Alex when he got here, but since you're here, Chris, is OJ Simpson the wildest nigga to ever live?
OJ is definitely a legend.
He's the wildest nigga to ever to live ever. Like his life makes no sense to me. Like
killed a white woman.
You killed a white woman.
And a Jew.
Yeah.
We all know who you are. Wow. You're not just like a random black dude. Like we all know who you are. You blew. Like, you were like the fucking LeBron of your time. I'm talking about like you're on, like the Tiger Woods of your time. Yeah. The most marketable athlete on earth. You killed a white woman.
Yeah.
Allegedly. Got away with it. And usually, You just kind of lay low and count your blessings like, damn, all right, I'm glad to have my freedom. No, this motherfucker goes back to jail for stealing his own merchandise, does his time, comes back. You would think he would chill after that.
Nope.
No. He puts out a book called If I Did It. And the if is like this little. and then he starts a Twitter account where basically he's saying, I want all y'all motherfuckers to keep that same energy that he was talking that shit.
Is there a more terrifying sentence in social media history than OJ, I got a little getting even to do? We seen how OJ settles scores. This shit ain't a little getting even to do.
Has anybody even talked shit to him since he's been on?
We've all talked shit about OJ at one point.
No, since he's been on.
Oh, since you've been on Twitter, I'm sure.
I don't think anybody's got the balls to.
Nah, I'm sure.
Like, you know he could get away with it. You know what he's allegedly capable of.
How long did he do because of the stealing the merchandise?
I think like 6
Upwards
years?
of a decade, I think.
Yeah, it was close
Because
to a
when I
decade.
first moved to New York, it was 08, and then he was on trial, and I think he got sentenced 08, 09. And he got out like a year or two ago. So like 8, 9 years.
Wow.
The best thing about like OJ's Twitter is like literally every tweet is like riveting. Like I would watch him like do the most simple shit.
I'm disturbed
and
by
be
all of it.
terrified.
I'm not
And be
front- I'm not gonna
terrified
front
by
on
it.
that. I don't
Like,
think this shit's cool. This motherfucker disturbs me.
yo, he's literally doing all black uncle shit. Like if he's just sitting there in a fucking in his old school fucking college shirt, like watering the grass, I would be sitting there like, this is terrifying.
Yo, you know
but
what's crazy?
It's not, but it is.
This just goes to show you that like we don't believe rappers. Because all these rappers have been talking about killing people forever.
I mean,
and
some
we
rappers
follow
have
them.
killed people.
Yeah, but we follow them and we don't give a fuck. It means nothing.
Like Gucci Mane definitely killed a guy.
Yeah, but like in some self-defense, like he wasn't like,
Killed the guy though. Got it on his record.
fam, it's mad easy to kill someone self-defense. Me or you?
Yes. Yo,
Me
when
or
do gotta
you?
Go? Yeah.
Come on, yo.
But then he talked shit about it on records. It was
Well, someone try to kill me, I'll talk some shit. You try to kill me, I killed you. What I'm saying, OJ did it off of like, you fuck my girl.
It was rage.
Yeah.
That's a rage killing.
It's like
When you stab
literal-
someone, that's
You
a rage
fucked my
killing.
ex who I beat to death almost.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Bro, all I'm saying is it's like we've been following rappers forever.
Yeah.
And letting them talk all this shit about killing, and it just proves that we don't believe him because now that OJ's out there and we know that he killed somebody, or we at least feel that he kills him, now we're having this conversation like, it's so scary to see
Yeah, it's
somebody
only
talk.
fun for me if I think a
It's
rapper's
insane.
lying.
That's my point. My
Yeah.
point is we know rappers lie.
Yeah.
And that's why
But that's always the
That's
terrifying
why 6ix9ine is
shit.
fine. Like
a-
all of us are like, I can't believe 6ix9ine is saying all this shit, but he not really living it. We don't believe any of them live it.
No.
Because the second OJ's back is headlines. This guy only killed 2 people. That's nothing.
Only 2.
How many people
He only got
Chief
2
Keef talk
bodies.
about killing?
I think
You know how wild you got to be to make
How
money?
many people he talk about killing? 30, 40?
I'm pretty sure he definitely got somebody. At least one.
I'm not saying he didn't. I'm not saying he
Who are you
didn't.
more scared of in the street, Chief Keef or OJ?
Chief Keef, by far.
In a small space.
Nah.
First off, OJ's like 70.
What about
like,
now?
Like you
Small
said, like
space.
you could be
That's why I said small space.
small. So if like, all right, so OJ's in this room right now. He's standing at the door.
Yeah.
I can't get out the door without OJ like getting through OJ. I'm running through that whole motherfucker, bro.
That's
You
what
kidding me?
fucking the Nicole's boo.
Yeah, it's 30 years ago. He's way past his prime. He ain't got
Who's
that.
past the prime then?
He ain't got that acceleration
OJ
speed.
is 71.
71 years old.
Cat's big. I can't get past no 71-year-old OJ. I can outrun that motherfucker for certain.
Man, I crack him right in his Achilles. Like, sit your old black ass down. Don't walk around.
That's fair. I do believe you could get by him. I'm
71-year-old
saying
OJ
what
would have
would
the
make
gun.
you more nervous, right? You have right
Chief
in
Keef
front
makes
of
me
you
infinitely more nervous.
Chief Keef,
Yeah.
right?
OJ Thanos.
Or
dog.
OJ.
Chief Keef, that Thanos underling that shot the glass at motherfuckers.
Which one?
OJ Thanos out this bitch.
The thing is, though.
OJ put his hand on your shoulder. You don't feel nervous?
Nah, but that's it. I don't at all. Because like you said, it was a rage killing. Like I wouldn't piss off OJ like that. A nigga with guns, like
What
Chief
if he
Keef,
thought you
that's
pissed
very
him
easy to
off?
shoot somebody.
What if he thought? What if he thought you pissed him off?
OJ can't see me with the hands.
You're crazy.
OJ, he's 70 years old.
You got nothing to lose.
He's 70 years
I
old.
don't disagree,
He's old
but I
and
think
slow.
Chief
71
Keef got his whole life.
Yes, I'm infinitely more nervous about this motherfucker.
a
Wait,
71-year-old
OJ or
OJ.
Chief Keef?
Chief Keef, absolutely.
Hold on one second. So you have 71-year-old OJ who has no problem doing jail
I've
time.
seen Chief Keef in videos with bazookas. And like,
I don't give a fuck. You
What
got
you
a
mean?
bazooka.
Let me ask you a
ain't
question.
shooting me with a
when
bazooka.
was the
in a
last
small
time
space.
you heard of someone getting killed with a bazooka?
I'm just saying, he has access to things
Yeah,
that
but-
could kill me very easily.
Nobody ever been killed with a bazooka, I think, in life.
Except in like Iraq and shit.
Ain't nobody died from that.
Yeah,
They shoot
do.
up your house or something. If you want to kill one person,
How do
you
you
know,
think
bazooka.
firefights start? Like
What?
At
Well, you
war.
said, listen, first of all, you said Iraq, not Chirac. All right? So fucking chill. This ain't the Middle East.
I mean, they
I'm
do have
saying
bazookas in
71-year-old
Iraq.
OJ would have a gun, and clearly he already doing time. He's done it. He almost did it once,
Wait.
and then was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just go.
There isn't a rapper on this fucking earth that makes me more afraid than OJ. None of them. Because they all want to be rappers.
Well, you're also white.
Yeah, he kills whites.
I get that. That's what
Okay.
I'm saying. I can see why you'd be more
OJ
nervous
kills
than OJ.
whites.
And Jews. And he
Jews.
would think Schultz is both.
Yeah, I'm the prime target. Okay, I look like
You're
I
a
fucked
Tinder
his
match
wife.
for OJ.
Yes.
killing.
He's been
It's a
dying.
match.
He's been years building up. It's fucking Candyman or whatever that guy is.
God damn.
Real talk, man. You got to be worried.
There's got to be some sort
Chief
of betting
Keef kills
on.
blacks. You should be more nervous about Keef.
Allegedly.
He is more nervous about Keef.
Oh,
That's
then
what
That's
you're
what I'm
arguing.
saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you. This is exactly why. You made my point
I just
for
started
me.
to make your own argument.
All right,
Sorry
we're just
about
in a
that.
circle. Let's hit the Raptors.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, fuck it. Let's do it.
New NBA champions who I called a year ago at this time.
You did.
Give me
You
my
did.
goddamn credit. I also said Golden State wouldn't win it all.
You did.
The Astros dynasty has come to an end, guys.
I mean, you did get kind of lucky with a couple injuries, but you did call it.
That's how they won all their championships, is
It's
getting
true.
lucky with major injuries. They are the Astros dynasty, and it came to an end
Are the
on
Raptors
asterisks.
and asterisks winners then?
Are they
according
Yeah,
to
Astros
you?
yeah,
championship?
yeah. I give them that.
So is every team that wins when they're not when the other team is not at full potential in asterisks?
I think if it's
I don't want to shit on your
no.
theory,
I hear
but
I hear your point. Here's where I would find the
that's
nuance.
every team.
I remember LeBron after Ray Allen, and I love the self-awareness. After Ray Allen hit that three, and then they won the championship, they asked LeBron what was going through your mind as you missed that shot, blah, blah, blah. And you think he would be like, I always had belief, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, let me tell you something, man. You need a little bit of luck to win a championship.
Yeah, of course.
And I believe that. You need a little bit of luck. I think the other team's best or second and third best players getting hurt every time you win a championship is more than a little bit of luck.
Yeah, I can see that.
Anytime you face adversity, their best players go down. That's more than a little bit of luck. Andre Iguodala getting hurt, or like if Fred VanVleet got hurt, that's a little bit of luck.
They didn't beat the Cavs with full.
They beat the Cavs with full strength once, but the series before that, they also went underneath Kawhi's ankle, who Kawhi, as we've seen, is a one-man wrecking crew.
Yeah, but now you're doing different. They beat the best.
Oh, no, not
Cavs.
always in finals. Yeah, they beaten the best Cavs with Kevin Durant, but the series before that, they were getting washed by Kawhi.
Right.
And then dirtiest play I've seen in the playoffs.
Right.
Slide underneath his foot, take him out, and then you win.
Right.
And then you sweep.
But they've also come back from 3-1 in.
They did come
in the
back from
Western
3-1.
Conference. So
I give them
So
that.
it's. I think that you make a good point about the asterisks with certain situations, but they have already come back from 3-1 against a very good team. So
It's more of a keep that same energy shot at anybody who's like, oh, if Draymond doesn't get suspended for one game, we win, we three-peat.
Right.
Or if these injuries, it's more of me saying, you know what, keep that same energy and acknowledge that you are the luckiest team I've seen with injuries dynasty-wise.
right.
And that's fine. You play who's in front of you, but you are also the luckiest team I've seen.
Right. I wouldn't go so. I disagree. I think that they're just the most talented team that we've ever seen assembled.
No, I get it, but I just can't. If somebody can find me a dynasty that got this lucky with injuries, cool, I'll back off. But I just
Meaning
can't
like
think
the
of one.
teams that they played.
Just the teams that you played constantly losing their best players.
Are Houston,
Chris Paul, you're down 3-2.
No. Is Houston the old Rockets with Olajuwon? Are they an
I
asterisk?
think that's something you bring up.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
no
they
MJ.
didn't have to go against Jordan. Yeah.
Right. But that's it's like, does that take away the ring? I don't know. Part of
It
me is
doesn't
like,
take away
That's
the
part
ring.
of the game,
That's
though,
part of
man.
life.
That's
Yeah,
part of
it
the
is.
game. Like,
Injuries are part of the game.
You're the one who always
Health
says
is part of
the
the
best
game.
ability is availability, and if like you're not healthy enough to go when it's go time, then
Do you keep the same energy with football?
Football, I don't think there are any asterisks because there's just always massive injuries.
Right.
So, like,
So it's like basketball. You're saying there's less injury, so you can apply the asterisk.
so
rule?
to me, and again, it's more of a keep that same energy thing when you bitch about Draymond
Yeah.
or this series.
For me, I'm like, shut the fuck up. That's basketball.
Yeah.
That's the energy I'm keeping. Is injuries are part of basketball, and making it through a whole season. One of the difficulties is health.
So if you ask me, like in like a lone one-on-one, am I ever actually going to be like the Warriors shouldn't have any champ? No, they're fucking good.
Right.
But when Warriors fans are like, man, if Draymond doesn't or whatever, then it's like, all right. And I can say I'm not going to put an asterisk by it. I'm saying that mockingly, but like you are You just happen to be the luckiest team I've seen with injuries in terms of getting.
I could also.
That's
make the
fine.
argument.
You're champs. You win it. I wouldn't actually put an asterisk by anybody's championship. You win, and that's all history's going to remember. But like, if you're going to complain about luck, you are the luckiest team I've seen with injuries.
I mean, you could also make the argument though that like even at full strength, those guys aren't touching a full strength Warriors team.
Who, the Raptors?
Any team, like any of these teams that they went up against, like them at full strength, I still don't think they were better than any of those Warriors teams, except maybe the first Cavs Warriors team that didn't have Kyrie and Kevin Love.
Oh, that team would have won for sure.
I think Cleveland would at least took it to 6 or 7, and maybe
took
won
it to
all.
6 without them. They would have won.
Boom, exactly. They might have won.
And then the Warriors at that time didn't have championship medal. I think when they came back against OKC that year, they were champs. It was a different thing with them. 73 wins.
That's Steph at the apex of his powers.
I think they honestly probably beat the Spurs with Kawhi, but it is fucked that a dirty play takes out the guy who was destroying your team.
Down 20.
You're down 25, I think.
I don't know. I just don't want to I don't want to put the asterisk because I think once we start putting asterisks,
no, I don't actually want to put an asterisk, but it's a funny soundbite to say they're an asterisk.
Yeah. Okay. I just because then we can go back and we can question every single team in the history of the game. It's
like with that being said, I feel like the Raptors are feeling very like Dallas Mavericksy to me.
Yeah.
Like I kind of feel like it's kind of this one.
Bill Russell shouldn't have 11 rings. They didn't let blacks play basketball back then. Like we can keep going back, and like But it's a tricky. It's a tricky thing, and you never know what you're gonna do until you're put in that situation. Like you never know that you're capable of coming back from 3-1 until you are. Like LeBron did it.
Golden State almost did it this time.
And a lot of people might say if Clay didn't go
If
down,
Clay doesn't go down, I don't, because it felt like. This is one of those Golden State runs. As it's happening.
It was Game 6 Clay happening again.
And then
it felt like a fucking Buffalo Wild Wings commercial.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like. It's like every time the Warriors were about to make a move, somebody turned a switch somewhere.
Injury.
Right? It was unbelievable to see this.
They were literally in the middle of a run. Clay goes up for a dunk.
Routine.
That would have put them up by, I think, like 6 or 7 or some shit like that. And
Clay don't have hops to come down from a dunk and tear his ACL. There's certain people I could see coming down from a leap and then tearing your ACL. But this is a guy who barely gets off the ground.
Yeah. The China Clay gets, they got all those videos of him like missing dunks in China and shit.
Yeah.
No bounce. And it's so just fucking poetic that like he tears his ACL going for a dunk.
But it was just so odd. That must have been ready to go.
Yeah.
That had to be ready to go. You don't just tear your ACL. And
Steph knew it too. Like Steph threw like a fucking wild pass to him to get that dunk because they were just flying. They were just trying to get as many fast break points as he can. Throws it hard. Literally, as soon as he comes down, and see Steph like slam the ball on the floor and like sit all the way in the fucking.
Because he knew
opposite.
it. He saw it go down.
Everybody saw it. As soon as he saw that replay, I was like, yeah, that's an ACL. That's done.
Kaz be acting like he a doctor. As soon as I saw it, I knew.
Yeah.
I knew. Kevin.
Bro, like you see that knee, how that turns.
When I saw there's two things. When you come down and can't move, and it looked pretty easy the way you came down, I think that's a guaranteed injury.
Yeah.
I knew it was an injury. And then when he fucking, but he went,
now
no, I didn't know. You know it's an injury, but you don't know torn ACL.
Yeah, absolutely. Like when people.
Cass thinks he's a doctor. No. When I saw it, I thought it was injury. But I'm Indian, so I understand these things. No. Into my DNA. I get these.
I thought it was an injury, but I knew it was a torn ACL.
What else was it?
What else was it? That's literally how everybody tears the ACL.
What else the fuck is going on? You got a headache? Is that what you thought it was?
Maybe he sprained a knee. Maybe he sprained an MCL. I knew it was
That's
torn
best case
ACL.
scenario. Like
and when he
knee
runs back out on the court,
maybe.
I was like, maybe he's a sprain or something. I don't know. I figured he's hurt, but
that's usually how it goes. Like you go up and you land.
Kristaps do it?
Same shit. Went up to dunk over Giannis.
How did everybody tear their fucking ACL when you come down from a dunk? If you come down from any movement, one leg, and you can't move the knee, ACL. Guaranteed.
And it bent right where the ACL.
Dude, I don't even want. Dude, there's a video of it. Did you guys see the slow motion video of it?
I saw the replay. I didn't see any.
Oh
and
my
he's fucking,
god!
And like more props to him because he was over there bouncing around.
That's
like
fucking
hitting the free
crazy.
throws. I was like, this dude's nuts.
Jogs back out on the court. And again, that's why I'm like, it's got to be a sprain. There's no way this
Dog, he's going back on defense,
ACL.
like jumping up and down, like ready to play D. And I'm like, yo, this motherfucker didn't even know he had a tornado. And if you watch the replay, if you watch the actual game, they go to Dorsberg backstage or behind the court, whatever, and like, oh, Clay's trying to get himself to play, or we don't know. And literally 2 minutes later, they go back to his like, oh yeah, no, he's done, he won't return. Like, that quick.
Yeah.
Like, so you could tell Clay was still back there, like, convincing motherfuckers
They
he
show
was good
that
to go.
they show that replay of him walking to the tunnel, and then somebody says something to him, and then I guess you got to shoot free throws.
Yeah, if
and then
they
he
take
just,
you out to not shoot
You
your
have
free
to
throws,
stay out.
you're out for the game.
Then he just fucking sprints back onto the court.
Right.
On a torn ACL. Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Motherfucker gets props, man. He gets a shit ton of props for that shit. But
Yeah, and I mean it's a smart move, right? He doesn't know that his ACL is torn, or at least he's trying really hard to believe it's not. And he knows that if he comes out of the game and doesn't shoot his free throws, he can't come back in the game at all. Closeout game. So he's like, well, fuck it, I'll shoot the free throws.
Yeah.
I'll go back in the locker room. Maybe it's just a little sprain, maybe some Paul Pierce shit, right? I bet you that's what he's thinking in that moment. He's like, oh, playoffs, Paul went out. What was it? Game.
Paul shit his pants.
Right. Now we know that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But, like,
we know that now.
now
You
we
know
know
that
that.
now.
But in the
you
moment-
got access to this.
What'd you think happened in the moment?
in the moment,
I thought it was
I
ACL.
thought it was a quick sprain because he was still bouncing up and down. I'm like, all right, he's hurt, but like he ain't gonna go out like
When
this.
they carried that motherfucker out, I thought it was ACL, bro.
I thought it might be, but then the way he's walking and bouncing and jumping, I was like, maybe it's a sprain. He's gonna fight through it,
Oh, no,
which I also thought was a beast
I'm
thing.
talking about Paul.
Oh, Paul.
Paul?
Oh, yeah. Well, Paul,
no,
I thought
Paul
wrapped.
was done. Yeah.
Anyway, okay, so
So what do the
Raptors
Warriors
win.
do?
Well, first, before we figure out what the Warriors are going to do for next season, because I think next season is going to be an interesting conversation, I think we have to salute the best fans in the entire NBA, which are the Toronto Raptors fans. I don't think that there is a city with better fans than the Toronto Raptors.
They got a whole country.
Right now, I know it's their own country. I know it's a whole country, but we also have to consider that that's to their detriment as well, right? Because their whole country, there are people that are 3,000 miles away from Toronto that are still rooting for Toronto, that are still getting behind Toronto. You know, they have no connection to that city. Matter of fact, they hate the teams in hockey that play for that city.
Oh, for sure.
Right? But they're just getting behind them. They had 2 million people come out for the parade that's going on right now. 2 million
That's
people.
crazy. That's crazy. My friend sent me a video. I was in Montreal, to be fair. I was in Montreal, and I was with family. We put, like, kids to bed and stuff, and then, like, we went out there, and the shit was ending in Montreal. The celebration was done. Like, people are leaving. I'm like,
Right.
are you fucking, this is whack.
Right.
But then my homie sent me a video from Toronto, 1:30 in the morning. It's fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah,
They did not stop.
That's the thing. You got to understand, like, the fact that they're celebrating in Montreal is no different than, like, if the Knicks were celebrating the Warriors win.
Right.
In New York, we were celebrating the Warriors win.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm telling you, there's rivalries between these places. It's a different country.
Yeah.
It's like they don't like each other. There's a vote in Montreal, I think, every year whether they should leave Canada.
Yeah, Quebec wants to secede or whatever.
Yeah. So, like, it is nuts that there's this, like, national celebration,
Yeah.
but 2 million people
Yeah.
to come on a parade. Think about that. This is Monday. It ain't Sunday.
Right.
I mean,
You
gotta
have
think about it
work.
like this. Like,
You have jobs.
Yeah.
You have, like, city jobs. You have TSA agents. Like, there are people who called in sick today. You can't get nothing done.
No.
You can't get a sandwich at
went to work.
Quiznos.
Nobody went to work today. in
Nobody.
Toronto. No. I mean, the thing with that is like, you got to understand, like, they only have one real pro championship since then, like the Toronto Blue Jays.
Right.
Yeah, it's been, what, 30 years?
Yeah.
27 years?
Something like that. They don't got a football team.
And the
They got a
rivalries
shit ton of
dissipate
hockey.
when there's no actual team to have a rival. Like, if there was a Montreal basketball team, a Vancouver basketball team, it would. I think they'd be like, all right, cool, we beat America. Great, we got one.
Right.
But I don't think this is like, I can easily support the Raptors. Matter of fact, there were kind of cool shirts in Montreal that said, we the North, but we was OUI, like the
We,
French
yeah,
we.
yeah, yeah, that's good,
So,
that's
like,
good.
they're like, all right, this is all we got. There's no reason to dislike this team.
The team, there's no reason to dislike. But what happens when you have another team that you don't like there, that gravitates to a city rivalry. Like Boston versus New York is like a
Right.
city rivalry. It's not just sports.
Yeah.
Right? It
It's like,
turns
I just
into
don't like people from Boston.
Boom.
Like, it's
Exactly.
nothing to do with the
Fair
sport.
enough.
Nothing to do with it. And I think when you take something that they care that as much as hockey, and there's that big a rivalry as hockey, that I could see it getting. So for them to look past it and just like hop on board,
Yeah.
fucking sick.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's just blown away. And it's not even their main sport.
No.
That's why. That's why it's such a huge accomplishment. That's why it's such a huge fucking celebration. Because it's not their main sport.
Yeah.
They're a hockey town and a pro wrestling. They're a hockey town and pro wrestling town. Like, Basketball is still fairly new to them. Vince Carter was the reason why basketball got big over there.
Yeah.
So it's still super fucking young, but it's dope, man. It felt like watching the fucking World Cup, like how
This
they
was a
fucking
crazy-
celebrating shit, had the flags in the crowd and all the fucking banners and shit. It was great. It was dope.
We're never going to see a finals like this again, I don't think.
What do you mean?
One game was won at home this entire series.
Yeah.
And they're two fucking great fan bases at home. Like, none of it makes any sense. The best fans
Incredible
are
home court
Raptors.
advantage.
That Warriors fan base ain't shit.
It's been diluted now, probably. But historically, the Warriors fans are incredible. Like, that's a tough place to play.
I think they were. I think they got spoiled though.
They got
they got spoiled, they got
and
rich, they got white, they got
priced
priced
a
out.
lot of their people out. Yeah, like the OG We Believe
Also,
Warriors.
let's clarify. The whites got priced out by the Asians. Ain't no more white people in San
Asians
Francisco.
don't even know how to have emotion. So, like, it's even more so.
But it's when we talk
Silicon
about
Valley.
gentrification, there's an Asian gentrification in Silicon Valley. It's
Silicon
hilarious.
Valley.
That's great.
So the Asians are forcing the whites to move the blacks. It's, seriously, bro. So the whites are moving into Oakland, and they're just like, blame the Asians. We don't want to live with y'all. But the Asians took everything. Real talk. It's a crazy thing going.
It is nuts over there, man. It is nuts.
But you had that. You have two massive NBA-changing injuries.
Yeah.
You got Kawhi, a free agent that was traded for that year, who's a free agent now, who you still don't know if he's going to stay even with a ring.
Oh, that's a good combo.
Like,
Go on.
there's so much in this series. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I got to shout my boy who listens to the podcast, my boy Levine. He has said, Jason said, you know what Kawhi should do? Kawhi should just pick a shitty team every year, sign 1-year contracts, take them to the finals, and win it, and he'll be like a basketball Robin Hood.
Yo.
That is genius.
That's goat shit.
What if he just goes to the worst team in the league?
He's like the basketball Deion Sanders.
Just go to the worst
Hop from
team in the
team to
league
team.
and then take them to the finals every fucking year.
So he'd naturally go to the Knicks this year, right?
No. Dude, fuck the Knicks, man.
God damn it.
Did
we'll
I
get
not?
to that later.
Oh, yeah, okay.
We'll get to that later.
So you were saying
the Warriors, what do they do?
What do the Warriors do?
'Cause-
Can I ask one real quick question?
Yes,
Sorry, about
go
the
ahead.
Warriors.
Yeah,
About
yeah.
the Warriors.
Yes.
Is this
Give me that pen and paper.
Is the
All
Clay
right.
injury their karma for pressuring Kevin Durant into playing Game 5? Because if
think
KD
so.
doesn't play, you lose Game 5. KD is fine. Clay doesn't get hurt in Game 6. Is that your karma for putting pressure on a guy you knew was going to leave to play?
Honestly, that's the
Not
first
really
thing I
giving a
thought.
fuck about the future.
That's the first thing I thought when KD went down. I was like, you only put him out there because you know he's not coming back. You're like, fuck, we're going to get anything we can out of him because it's do or die right now.
Yeah.
And, you know, and they knew Clay wasn't going anywhere. Everybody in the world knew Clay wasn't going anywhere. And now he's done for the year. And I don't know what to do. If I'm the Warriors, like, do you waste a year of Steph's prime? Just like fucking going him and Draymond versus the world? Or do you say, all right, Clay, you go ahead, KD, you go ahead, and you put yourself into the free agent pool, and you make yourself a player with like the Kawhis and the Butlers and the Tobias Harrises of the world. Like,
I feel
what
like
do you do?
have to sign Clay because the Warriors work best with Clay. Nobody fits that system better than Clay.
You need Clay.
Of course,
Nobody.
You're
Of course.
re-signing Clay. It's not even a question.
KD, I don't think you're.
I think KD's
If
gone
KD
regardless.
opts out, I
Clay's
don't.
gone.
Yeah.
I mean, KD's gone. Clay is going to stay. I think Clay's father said he's
Clay
absolutely
said he's
gonna
absolutely
stay.
not going anywhere.
And let's be honest. If there is one person who is built for an ACL injury, it's Clay Thompson.
He's already shown it.
He's an
already shown his
amazing
toughness.
shooter. He is not only toughness. Yeah, he's absolutely tough. He's an amazing shooter. He does not rely on his athleticism at all. I wonder if it'll affect him defensively.
That's probably the only way
It might affect him
because
defensively.
you need to slide with those ACLs.
You need to slide.
Yeah.
And but if there is an injury that it seems that people can come back from now,
ACL is not what it used to be.
it really isn't. Isn't that fascinating? In our lifetime, in our adult lifetime,
That shit took out Penny and Grant Hill
goats
in their prime. Like,
Well,
they
wasn't Grant an ankle,
right?
Yeah,
Grant
Grant
was
was
an
an
it was
ankle.
an ankle. Penny
But
was the
Penny,
ACL.
I mean,
And Antonio McDyess was another ACL guy.
like took everything. He had
These
nothing.
were great talents at one point.
And now
and then they
it is a normal. It's almost like Tommy John surgery for
That's-
for like pitching.
Yeah.
Whereas like I imagine earlier in their lives,
That's
that
why they
was
called it Tommy John surgery.
It was over, right?
After the
And now
guy.
they can come back. They're throwing harder. You know, it is
That's just what pitchers get now. From what I understand, like you just get Tommy Johns.
for real. And so I was reading an
Don't they,
article
like-
about it.
Yeah, I was about
so
to say,
here's
I
the
feel
thing:
like- yeah,
they
go ahead.
take the reason why they would come back and throw harder is because they took a stronger tendon.
Okay. Yeah.
Or I think they take something from your thigh.
Yeah.
So here you have this arm one, and they're like, "Fuck that! You might as well take something from a horse, and just put it in." But then what they started looking at some studies, and it said it's not necessarily the tendon; it's that you're doing so much work on the muscles around the region that you're building up, I guess, an ability to throw
Just
harder.
in the rehab process.
Yes.
Okay.
So you, as a pitcher, you got to be like, oh, maybe I should have lifted weights.
Right.
I could add 3 miles per hour to my fastball.
So what do the Warriors look like next year, though?
I think the Warriors just, they re-signed Clay. I think we get to see what I've always wanted to see, which is Steph on a shitty team. I want to see Steph go for 40 every single game.
Right.
My concern is, and it's going to happen, and my concern with the Warriors is specifically with Steph is Steph cannot do that every game for a whole season. He will break down. So do you end up injuring Steph in the process? I think you really got to limit him. No back-to-backs. You got to limit minutes. And then when he does play, we're going to watch him go nut. They'll probably make the playoffs, but it'll be a low seed. And it'll be a really fun season for Steph. I think it will be a historic season.
I think it's going to be a fun season. Yeah, I called this on the other show. I said I think Steph's going to win MVP next year. Like, I think he's gonna keep them in striking distance until Clay gets back. People are gonna see, instead of Steph going against like the top defense in the NBA and the Raptors, he's gonna be going up against like who sucks right now, like the Mavericks and the Magic and like these like lower tier teams, the Knicks, like they're gonna be going against these lower tier teams where Steph, like, it doesn't matter who, like, he's gonna go off and they need him to go off to even be fucking comparable.
Yeah.
So he might fuck around and average like 35 next year.
Easily.
And
play 60 games.
I can see
65 games.
I still think the Warriors make the playoffs.
Yeah, they're going to be a low seed.
Yeah.
But I think it would be the most exciting. I mean, we would have these conversations, me and a couple of buddies, and they're like, dude, how much fun would it be if you just had Steph on a team where he could go nut? Like, where he could do what Lou Williams does.
Or James Harden does.
Or James Harden does. Just comes in the game and just gets buckets. Don't handle anything else. And you could even have guys like Quinn Cook come in the game and they could handle more of the distribution.
That's honestly what I think you do. I think you sign a guy like fucking Malcolm Brogdon. You make him the real point guard.
And then have Steph just go ham. Just have him run around, go
If you sit and watch him during a game, like, you get exhausted watching how much this motherfucker just moves around to get an open shot. And if he gets to do that for 82 games, or I guess like 60+ game, if you're putting him on a minutes restriction, that's fun. And that's a guy who could be MVP next year.
Okay, so let's talk about Kawhi next year and what Kawhi does. I think he resigns. I think getting to the finals was the point at resign, and winning, I think, guarantees it. That's my theory. I have nothing to support this.
I have
no
hard
scoop.
time. I was listening to Simmons. He was saying he's quite possibly going to LA, the Clippers. I don't see that, man. I don't. If you win it, you stay. There's just no reason. I know he don't really give a fuck, but like, I'm not leaving a proven winner. And they're set up. So Raptors, what's his name? Lowry's coming off the books after next year. And I think Lowry in the playoffs next year will be better. I think once he won the championship,
he's got the monkey off
so
his back.
much weight is lifted.
He's got the monkey
I think you're going to see him playing way more free. I have a hard time believing after a good game 6 in a clinching game, at least a great first half, you're still going to be nervous.
Good game 6.
Oh, he won
was
that
the
game
MVP
for him.
of game 6.
He won
Fair
that
enough.
game for him.
He almost had a triple-double. 27,
had like
6, and 10.
21 in the first half. Like, it was done after that.
No. I think what Kawhi allowed him to do is is to excel at what he is great at. He is a conductor.
And Pascal Siakam.
And Pascal.
Sure, Pascal, Mark, all of them help, right? But what he is an elite conductor.
Yeah.
And he's an elite conductor who is pretty good at scoring. And earlier in his career, he had to step up his scoring, but that's not his natural inclination. It's not his natural inclination to just go in there and put up 30, 40 points a game. It's his natural inclination to run the fucking orchestra. And you know what? He has his guys that he can let, do solos. Kawhi can solo. Pascal can solo. But he is there running the orchestra. I'm going to get some layups.
He was making some phenomenal fucking passes.
That's it. Dude, getting to the basket.
Yeah.
And look, every once in a while he'll get a bully layup when you need to. Right. Every once in a while he'll hit a 3. He'll hit back-breaking shots when he needs to. But his natural function is just conduct the orchestra. I could see Kyle, no bullshit. I could see Kyle on a team where he scores 4 points a game, and he scores 4 points a game, but he is necessary for the team to function.
He's.
Do you know what I mean?
Andre Iguodala.
Yeah, a little different.
Sorry,
Andre doesn't run the team.
The thing I was trying to bring up that he does, that those guys do, those Iguodala's, Bowens, whatever, he'll take the charges, he'll run, he'll give effort plays. Like, he's a conductor and gives you the effort plays or a role player.
100%. Yeah, you get a lot with him in that regard, for sure, because he is going to be he's going to be scrappy. He's going to get a couple steals a game. He is going to do that.
He kind of reminds me of a super, I might be overrating him a little bit. He reminds me of Dallas Jason Kidd. Like, not like superstar, like triple-double, like that dude, but like when he was in Dallas, when he was in later years.
He just made winning plays.
He makes winning plays. That's what it is. He makes winning plays. He could go off a little bit here and there. He's capable at 3 now, where he wasn't in the beginning of his career.
Right.
Like, definitely older, like on the later side of his career, Jason Kidd. When he was on the Knicks, when he was like, when that one good team that
he's
they
a lot
had.
better than Jay Kidd, but I understand it later in his career. But I understand what you're trying to say, right? He's doing the intangibles and he's running the show.
Yeah.
And I think he's better running the show.
Yeah.
What I meant by like scoring 4 points a game is I don't think that his scoring is where he's an asset. And in the playoffs, it's so crazy how you see how game IQ matters. During the regular season, game IQ means nothing, right? There's a guy on the Raptors, Norman Powell, right? And you could just see he has no game IQ.
Right.
When he's out there, he's just driving recklessly to the basket.
Energy guy. He's
Tons of energy.
Guy.
His athleticism is off the charts. He's got balls. He'll take a big shot, and he'll get those shots sometimes, and it'll really help the team. But he'll also make stupid plays and potentially turn it over. Gerald Green, right?
Yeah.
A guy like Kyle and a guy like Van Fleet, elite game IQ. Never made bad decision.
Right.
Think about Van
Fleet.
Fleet.
Winning basketball. Fred Van Fleet has been playing winning basketball
since college,
though.
Wichita State.
Yeah.
Okay.
To the Final Four.
Right. That's right. So it's like those kind of guys in the playoffs are such fucking assets. Like if you look at a guy like Kawhi, remember Game 5 when he passes that ball off when he got double teamed?
Yeah.
That's winning basketball.
Yeah.
They got a good look,
Yeah.
but that's winning basketball.
Draymond just made a great defensive play.
Maybe a guy like Norm might not make that play. He might force something. He might fuck something up. And it's really interesting when you're putting together a team about tapping into, like, that's a real skill set right there for like GMs and like presidents and even coaches, is tapping into players that can make the right play in crucial moments when you're your most anxious and you're most nervous. And I do believe Kyle can do that.
This kind of segues into, I guess, our next topic soon, or maybe, I don't know, whatever that. That's why I don't think Kawhi goes to the Lakers. I think the Lakers need those type of players. Like, if there's anything that these finals have taught me, or the past couple finals taught me, like, stars get you there, you need depth.
I think thinking is he's going to the Clippers anyway. I don't know why, if you're Kawhi, you'd want to go be number 2 to LeBron.
Well, today was talking. There was a lot of talk. Damon Jones on was it Get Up today, saying Kawhi's, the Lakers are focused on trying to get him. There's some like fucking weird trade provision, like if it completes by July 6th, they get some more money and some other bullshit.
I've been doubting the Lakers, and I'm clearly wrong a lot about the Lakers. But I'm thinking if I'm Kawhi, I'd be like, why? I shut this guy down, your best player that's still going to be your alpha. I shut him down when I wasn't this good in the finals. The guy hates playing me.
If you're LeBron James, do you go up to Kawhi and be like, it's your team? Like, you're the keys. Does that get him there?
Maybe, but I don't know if that's in LeBron's DNA.
Look, you know it's not his team.
You know it's not, exactly.
Yo, let me tell you something. Nobody has been more right about LeBron James than Phil Jackson.
Okay.
Phil said LeBron's a diva, right? Was it a diva? Was that the comment? No, it's posse. He has his whole posse, right?
Yeah.
And people didn't understand what that really meant. First of all, Phil Jackson's 1,000 years old. A posse to him is like a bunch of like white guys on fucking horseback. They're like, no, that's if he was 75. He's talking about westerns.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
You know what I mean? The blah 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 and the Jackson posse is coming through, and they're gonna rile up the town, whatever, right? But what you deal with when you're on a team with LeBron is you deal with 2 caravans of people coming, backstage before every single game. LeBron's making all the decisions about where the team's going out to eat, all that stuff. And it's okay because he goes to the finals every year. It's fine. But if you're trying to create a team based on your culture, impossible with LeBron on the team. If LeBron is on a team, it is LeBron's culture. So if you're a president or GM and you want to bring in a culture that you think leads to winning that's different than LeBron, can't have it. And to me, Kawhi strikes me as the guy who is high culture. If there's one thing he took from Pop, it is winning fucking. Like, we didn't know he had a personality until after he won. Now, all of a sudden, he's like this gregarious, kind of funny guy, right? But
He's a fun guy.
he wouldn't even slap hands with Norman Powell before the game. Like, this guy, you know how LeBron goes 0 dark 30? Kawhi goes 0 dark autism until he gets to the finals and wins it. He goes 0 dark 82. Dude, he went 0 dark 82 for like 5 seasons.
Yeah.
We haven't seen personality.
0 dark 410.
Real talk. We haven't seen personality since the last time they won.
Yeah, facts.
Bro.
You look at him right now. He's
The
fucking.
video of him and
Serge
Kyle
Ibaka.
Lowry. A video of him and Kyle Lowry talking.
With
that Rachel
Rachel Nichols.
took,
Yeah.
where he's like, "Yo, it's your trophy as much as it is mine." Blah blah blah. He talked about the text message he sent Kyle Lowry the day after the trade. Like, look, man, I know you're
Look
mad.
at the one with him and Serge in the car.
If there's anything
Serge-
that convinces me that he's staying, it's those videos.
Serge got a video of him and Kawhi in the back of the car, and he
So we
goes,
got
"He
the
goes, I'm
fun
here with
guy."
the fun guy," and he goes, and he says something like, "Yay, yay," like some kind of like hip hop reference. It's like, whoa, where the fuck is
Looked like
this
he was
guy
rolling
been?
something up
Yo,
over
it
it.
did.
I was
Real
like,
talk.
I'm like, it's
He was
Canada.
focused,
You know what
man.
I mean?
Like, he was ready
In
to
town
go.
smoking legal, like
Yeah.
Drake says, bro. Like, I was like, that's definitely not a cigar, Kawhi.
So,
I respect it.
I would not be surprised if he ends up staying because, let's be honest, West is depleted, East is dysfunctional. He already went through the East.
Yeah, he went through all the monsters of the East.
The West ain't what it is, what it used to be, because KD's out, Clay's out, Houston's about to blow up.
Oh,
it's
you need
wild.
credit also for LeBron easting the West or whatever, seeing that the West was going to topple. West does not look strong anymore.
I mean, listen, I wouldn't get that crazy.
It ain't the East. I'm more scared of the East.
It ain't the East. It ain't the East.
Balance of power has shifted.
But
And he went through it East. So it's like, if I'm Kawhi and all I care about is winning chips, because that's all he cares about.
Right.
And I know that I have a young core in Toronto that's intact still. I mean, Kyle's not young, but
they
you
have
need
money?
some veteran. They can pay him.
no, I mean, like, do they have money to get like other pieces around them?
But my feeling is, who do you need if you did it with this team and you can keep this whole team?
Well, they also
people
got.
are gonna retool. You gotta be able to.
But so here's where they're set up for the future. Kyle Lowry's contract comes off the books at the end of next year.
Okay. Yep.
I think Marc Gasol also has a pretty big contract that comes off the books at the end of next year.
yeah.
So you're going to have cap space next year. You bring back your championship team. You make a run. You add a piece here and there. You make your run. And if you don't do what you want to do,
Get some
these
free
guys
agents.
are free. And you got cap space with one of the best players in the league.
And guess
in
where?
a city everyone loves playing in.
Guess where free agents want to be now because of Drake? Guess
Toronto.
where free agents want to be now because of a championship?
And
Guess
now
where
they've
free
been
agents
celebrated.
Real
Yeah.
talk. So it's like you could play if you're a free agent, you could get max money to play with Giannis in Milwaukee or literally an hour away in Toronto. It's you know what I'm saying? Like Milwaukee is not a desired location.
No.
You're gonna make more money in like what ads and shit, sponsorship, whatever that fucking thing is called. What is it called? Where you're the spokesperson,
Sponsorships.
sponsorships in Toronto than you are in Milwaukee.
I mean, Toronto
Toronto
a
will
major
throw
market
everything
city.
at you, dog.
Toronto's
They
a
will
major-
throw everything at you.
Son,
You're all they got.
I'd be shocked if he left. Shocked.
I'd be shocked if he left too.
And if you're Toronto, you can't be pissed.
No,
'Cause
you
he
got
did
your shit.
exactly
You
what
did
he said
exactly
he
what
would.
came to
They don't
do.
give a fuck.
You
You
did what he
should.
came to do.
You say thank you. We appreciate what you did for us. We appreciate what you did for our city, and you keep it.
And you know
moving.
what? Toronto will be back, even if they do lose him. They'll be back. Like you said, they get a bunch of cap space. They've already shown how they treat star
Savvy
players.
front office.
Like they got. I mean, the Magi Yuri might be leaving.
Yeah,
to
Masai.
DC.
Masai might be heading to DC. So we can talk about that real quick.
Oh yeah, let's talk about what happened at the end of the Warriors game. So,
Yeah.
Toronto Raptors win. Masai Ujiri is the president of Toronto Raptors. He's trying to go onto the floor. Security guard stops him from going onto the floor. He allegedly either slaps or punches the security guard and then pushes him. And the security guard is a deputy. He's a police deputy.
Love it. Okay.
So, then later Kyle tells him to come on the floor. Then they bring him onto the floor. And so far, nothing has happened. He flew directly back to Toronto. And it's a clear case of white privilege. I mean,
Facts.
It's
I
a
mean,
clear case. Oh,
a few
whoopsie,
games
he's
ago.
black.
A few games ago, they got one of the minority owners of the Warriors literally shoving Kyle Lowry, and it's like now the shoe's on the other foot. So you better not do nothing about that shit. Like what the fuck?
Well,
like,
no,
that's
that owner is suspended for a year.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm
So
saying.
are
Like,
we
after
suspending Masai for a year? Because Masai punched a cop.
Well, the Oakland police said he couldn't get on the court because he didn't have a credential. All of the video of evidence has literally shown the credential on his hand trying to get on the court.
Sure. That being said, and I think it's somewhat, you have to somewhat sympathize with the cop, right? Which is...
I don't.
I do, because your one job that night is stop people from coming onto the court. You know at the end of the game, there are going to be people that are trying to come onto the court.
Yeah.
And everybody and their cousin and their sister is going to want to hug
You're also
their
supposed to
players.
regulate that. And by regulating that, you look at people who have credentials. You see people of interest who should be on the court.
It's not a lineup, though. It's not a lineup, right? It's
It
not
is
like
the one place where profiling seems like it should go the other way. Like if I see a black guy walking on a basketball court, you probably belong here. If I see a white guy, well, let me see some credentials. So I don't know how you got here.
So here's a perfect example of him not profiling. It's like, this guy's not a bigot. This guy's actually treating everybody equal.
Oh,
what,
no.
6'5" black guy? You don't know anybody.
I'm not saying he's a
Interesting.
It's his literal
He's a
job
bigot.
to not. What I'm saying is Masai is a fucking idiot for doing that. You just won the fucking championship. This is what you do. You step back, you go, here is my badge. I am the president, and if he doesn't do it, then you go, okay, I'll speak to someone else, I'll make it happen. You just won. You couldn't even celebrate with your team. You had to get sent back to Canada because there's no extraditing people who break the law from Canada.
Well, no, he got sent back because his daughter's graduation.
You believe that?
Bro, he took a picture. Like, he was there the next day. He was there the next day with his daughter. Like, yo, crazy 24 hours for the president of the Raptors. Like,
You are
come on.
crazy, bruh.
Come on,
How
man.
do you do that? You are the president of a billion-dollar franchise. You have to be more responsible in that situation. You have
Masai
to
be getting hype. Remember when he cussed in the mic at the little
My kind of
pep
guy,
rally?
bro. My
Fucking
kind of
Knicks
guy,
or something,
bro.
he was screaming something
Yeah,
like
he
that?
said, fuck the Knicks. Like, I think they were playing in the playoffs.
Masai be getting hype.
Yeah, I fuck with him.
Look,
I like it. Slap
what?
a little cop
Maybe
here and
that
there. He's
sheriff
on the
should
chip. What
know.
they really gonna do?
Any security, any event you've been to, like, security has a list of people, like, people of interest that have pictures next to them, and they'll have the picture of the credential. Like, don't let anybody in this court that isn't this guy or have this credential. And if you're doing your job, you should know, hey, this is the president of the
I'm
team.
gonna remember that
You
next
should be
time
fine.
we pull up to Duce Palooza.
You should.
And I'm gonna just walk in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just walk
You
in.
And then
already
security-
done
and then
that.
security
And I'm
be
I got
like-
stopped. You walked in.
And I'm gonna see it. No, I didn't. They came and got us. But I'm gonna just flash my, and then I'm gonna walk past the security guard. And when the security guard push me back, I'm gonna punch him in the face. And then I'm gonna see how that works out. I'm gonna see if Duce goes, oh, we apologize. We should have been able to profile
Because it's not your
face.
party. They clearly have the right to punch you in the face.
It ain't Masai's party.
It
Masai's
kind
a
of
guest.
turned into his party.
He's a guest. He's a guest. If he was at home, he walks right on that court.
Okay.
He ain't at home.
I don't know, bro.
Yo, son, what does the president of the Utah Jazz look like?
I think, who knows? But
Exactly!
I think if some shit's
Nobody
going
knows
down.
what these people look
if some
like.
shit's going down, Adam Silver's going to be like, hey, we kind of need that guy, security guy or sheriff, leave him alone and just bring him on the fucking stage.
That's what I'm saying. If he waited,
We know what
2
Masai looks
seconds.
like, though, because Masai gets a lot of credit. Masai in the news.
Yeah.
Masai also one of the few black team presidents out there.
You know what Masai looks like? Not at all. Eden, you know what Masai look like? No. Not at all. Nobody knows what he looks like. Let's be honest. The
All right,
three of us
if I'm a
might know.
sheriff and I'm supposed
If
to
Masai
secure the
wasn't from
area.
Nigeria, you'd have no fucking clue.
No,
what he
but
was.
if I'm
Let him be from Sierra
securing, if
Leone.
I'm securing the area, and I'm like, hey, this is
the
the
easiest
president of
spot,
the
you gotta
Raptors. You
arm
should
from
probably know who
Diamond.
this guy is or where they're sitting. Yes, that's something you should know, sheriff. No, and he had the credential on his hand.
Well, I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him show the credential.
There's
it's
video
possible.
evidence of him.
No, there's a picture. I know the one is. All I'm saying is, you're the head of a $1 billion franchise. You have to be more responsible. You cannot act like that. You can't. We have to hold everybody accountable. It's easy for us to be on a podcast and be like, "Yo, that's what's up, man. I want to see him snuff a cop. This, that, the other." This isn't small potatoes here. This is $1 billion franchise. It's a different game. I would not be surprised if that hurt him and his chance. If he gets arrested, which he very well could be. If he doesn't get arrested, this is a clear case of, hey, if you got money, nothing affects you in America. No matter what you look like. And you won, right? But you beat the team that those deputies root for.
Yeah.
So they gonna want to arrest you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, let's be honest.
But you making people money.
No.
You make money and you making people. If you make important people money, hey man, do it. It's no different than a sales job. My first day job was Verizon Wireless. The best salesperson just go to get drunk at lunch, come back to work.
Yeah.
Nobody said shit. He made them money. If Masai makes you money, They'll take care of you.
Yeah.
Don't
Well,
worry about
also, we don't have to even talk about him making that money. Masai's a multimillionaire. We're talking about a guy who gets paid millions of dollars.
Yeah.
So this guy is elite, top 1%,
Yeah.
rich.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, and when you're that rich, you get to punch cops, regardless if you're white, black, Asian, Indian. You get to punch a cop in the face and then fly home.
Well, you should provide proper context. Like, you just won an NBA championship. You're going on the court. And the reason why you punched the cop is because you're preventing him from going on the court, which is within his right to be at.
First of all, a cop could tell you, hey, we can't let anybody on the court right now because we're securing this situation. And a lot of people are trying to rush the court, so we don't care if you have a credential or not. We just need to secure the situation to protect the players. That's our job, to protect the players.
You give the cops a lot of slack. A whole lot of slack. Like, they should know the people of interest that'd be like, okay,
listen.
that's Norman Powell. And
how often have we gone to a party? How often have we gone to a party where they're like, hey, I know you're on the list.
Yeah.
I know who you are. I know you have a credential. Right, I just went to when I was with the Raptors. Right, I was at the Raptors game 5. Drake's got a club inside the Raptors thing. I'm on the list to go to this club. I walk up. They're like, "Hey, we're not letting anybody else in." I go, "I'm on the list to be here. I have me plus 3." They're like, "We understand that, but we're not letting anybody in off the list because it's too packed in there." Maybe it's completely reasonable to just go, hey, guys, we're not letting anybody on the floor right now until we can organize the floor, secure the floor for the players. It's our job to secure the floor for the players. Everybody's trying to rush. Everybody's mom, everybody's cousins, everybody's kids trying to rush. Nobody's getting on. Give us a second. That is completely reasonable to wait a second.
It also didn't look like that was the type of conversation that was going on.
But none of us saw the conversation because...
you're right. I don't know the conversation.
You know what's crazy? Is that when...
Do we have the video?
But no, we don't. They don't have a video.
There is video.
Not full.
There's video.
Show me the video. Pull that video.
There's video. I'm seeing the video.
Pull that up.
Because the conversation didn't look like, hey guys, we're gonna just keep hanging out there.
I didn't say it was like that. It could be like, no, nobody's in. But the reason, like you said, intent matters or context matters. The reason is because, hey, we have to protect these players. And everybody can't just run onto the floor. We don't care if you have a credential.
Absolutely.
You know?
But they also put out a statement saying like he didn't have a credential. And then they're like,
no, he had a credential.
Of course, that's the reason why people are pissed off. Like the Oakland police put out a statement saying like, well, he tried to get on the court, he didn't have a credential, and like everybody on Twitter was like, here he is, clearly with his credential.
He didn't have a credential.
Oh,
the story, the cop says he didn't have a credential. He refused to produce one, whatever. And then if there's video evidence, that's what I want to see. But
I haven't seen the video.
I don't want to spend 20 minutes on it because I even think what's more interesting is what does he do next year? If let's assume he beats this, does he go to the Wizards?
Yeah.
He's from DC, right? Is that why they gave him like the big holy shit contract?
He's from Africa, son.
Well, clearly, but I'm saying like, is that where he's?
My man don't sound like he not from Africa. You know what I mean, like he
he
sound
was
like
walking
an
around with the
immigrant.
Nigerian flag over his fucking suit, which was dope.
Does he go to DC? I think DC.
Fuck no.
I think it'd be smart if they'll probably give him the bag, give him something.
They're giving him
They gave him $10 million a year.
ownership share.
Yeah.
Which
is it out what they're offering?
That's what was reported. That's what I read. Which I doubt it's even 1%. But if it's a percentage of ownership, that's worth a shitload. And that's money that's constantly appreciating.
And furthermore, I'm curious about the ownership share. If like he gets that in perpetuity, or he only has that while he's GM or president of the
And
team.
you just have to sell it
They have to sell
whenever.
at the end, which is possible, but does it either way? You're making money as you're doing it. What I would do with it, I see no reason why not to do it. Right? It's like you've already climbed the highest mountain, beating the Golden State Warriors, regardless if they were depleted or not. That was the best team in basketball.
Yeah.
Right? There's no other team to beat. There's no other dragon to slay. You've already accomplished it. Now
It's a soul stone.
you've got the soul stone.
Yeah.
So now you have the opportunity to go to a team that's going to be complete rebuild. It's going to be a complete shit show.
You'll be
Very
afforded
low
time.
expectations.
You'll be afforded time to make it right.
and you will 100% be afforded time to make it right. And the NBA is in flux, so you might be able to grab some guys out of nowhere. That being said, you're doing that strictly for monetary gain.
Yeah.
You've already had the challenge of taking a team that was dog shit and winning an NBA championship. You've done it. So now you're doing this strictly for money.
Yeah.
And I cannot hate on anybody who
course
wants to
not.
set their
Get the
family up.
bread.
They're fucking.
And if they've already accomplished what they need to accomplish in terms of like, this is my goal. I accomplished my goal. Now I'm just gonna go get money. All right, cool. You did what the fuck you set out to do.
Yep.
If you sell out and like you haven't really won anything, you're like, look, I was trying to build something, but the money is here. I still get it. But especially if you're like, look, I came here. I got you what you wanted. I got what I wanted. Let's go.
Right.
On top of that,
I want to see this video. Can we get it on the TV?
on top of that, he's shown that he can fleece people. And the Wizards got Bradley Beal on the table.
Oh.
So
Masai is shrewd.
He can fleece some teams with that all-star player.
Businessman, shrewd owner.
Fleece the fucking
Nigerian,
Knicks.
dog. Of course he's gonna get he gotta cheat everybody.
This guy told me that there's two tribes in Nigeria.
Okay.
Right?
Igbo, Yoruba.
Igbo and Yoruba. He says one is all about business and the other is all about like studies.
Yes.
Which one is which?
Igbo is
Oh no, take up the.
See, there is no video. This is after the transaction.
That's the aftermath.
So just pause for a second. So now, if you don't think that this is by design, then you're crazy. When a guy in the fan said something to, oh, here we go. Let's see if we got it.
And Kyle Lowry had to pull him out.
Kyle Lowry's the classiest guy in this entire finals.
Yo, is there anybody whose like stock has risen more than Kyle Lowry this season? Like,
so here's the thing: we have a stadium, right, which probably has 1,000 different cameras going at any point in time. We have anybody in the stands says anything to a player, all of a sudden we have a single cam on them, zoomed in, we're reading their mouths, and we can't find one video of what happened.
This is also
with Masai
Eden
here.
doing Google, so it's quite possible there's 1,000 videos out there.
there's also a whole championship
I see your
celebration
point.
happening on the
Let's
court.
just back up for a second. I told you I looked for the video. I didn't see it at all. This video would be all over Twitter. It'd be all over Instagram. When somebody gets knocked out in a boxing match, there's 15 different angles, 15 different videos. The only video we have is after the scrum. There's no evidence of said scrum, nothing. Now, I think we know what this is. Adam Silver, hey, don't let any fucking videos go out. Why not? Because it's bad for the league. It's going to look bad for basketball. So what we're going to do is we're going to protect this guy who fucked up because he's great for basketball. The last thing we need is our first black president.
I don't believe that.
First black president to win the NBA Finals for an NBA team. Last thing we need is first black president in the NBA Finals for his team to be punching a policeman after the win. The last thing the NBA needs is that. So we're going to call Golden State Warriors. We're going to call Golden State Police Department. We're going to call everybody we have to do. We're going to massage this shit because it's better for business.
I don't believe that.
Fair enough.
I don't believe that because I'm like, first off, that makes me think there just was no punch. Or there was no shove.
then why is that
there
blow-up
there might have been a yelling match. I don't think there was a punch or a scrum. Like Charles Oakley fucking choked somebody in the Madison Square Garden. And there was videos of that shit
Yeah, but
everywhere.
Charles Oakley doesn't make anybody money.
It's the Knicks. The Knicks make the most money out of as
Charles
shitty as
Oakley
they
don't
are.
make
Charles Oakley got
don't.
banned from the Knicks, and you need a reason why.
You could get Charles out of here. And Charles choking someone is par for the course, right? Charles not choking someone would be more surprising. But Charles choking someone who was annoying to him?
I'm
damn
sorry.
right, Charles.
I mean, the more I
Do your
think about
thing.
it, the more I think I don't think there was no punch. I don't think if the cops are saying, "Oh, this guy put hands on me," then I absolutely don't.
You think
believe
there was
that
no
happened.
punch, period?
I don't think there was a punch. There might have been a fucking, when people want to fight but they don't really want to fight, like a mush, a little. One of those, and then mad people get in the way.
Bicep shove.
And then mad people get out in the way. It's the hold me back. I think that was probably that. But a full-on punch and nobody got the video?
Pretend Black Twitter isn't listening to this. Now tell us what you think.
If somebody gets punched in an arena, video is coming out.
Listen, I'm on record as saying
That cop
I don't
does
give
not
a
even
fuck
look.
if he
That
punched
cop
a
doesn't
cop.
look like he got punched. Dude, if he got punched, cuffs is coming out. Fuck all the dumb shit.
That's why they're chasing him, and the guy was in
Nobody-
between going, whoa. His friend is in between the cops and Masai, begging them to stop because it happened.
I'm
I
on
don't
record
believe
as saying
it.
if he punched a cop, that's great. That's
If he
great.
punched the
You
cop,
won a
everyone
championship,
would've saw it.
No better way to celebrate than punching a cop if you're a black
he
dude.
punched the cop, everybody
If
would've
I
saw
could
it.
get away, if I'm a black dude not gonna get away with punching a cop and winning a championship, there's no better night. Fuck my daughter's graduation. This is the greatest night of my life.
Can we acknowledge that?
But saying he didn't happen, that's wild.
I don't think it happened.
I think what this is testament.
Thousands of people in there. They
This
can't
is-
get everyone's video
That's
tonight.
exactly what I'm saying. This is testament to Canada creating a post-racial society, because if you have a black man confident enough to punch a cop in the face,
Right? Canada must be doing something right because there is no way in hell a black man in America would look at a cop who said you can't get in and just go, I should punch you in your face for saying that to me.
There'll be no repercussions.
None at all. There's no way. We have 2 black men in the room right now. Would you punch a cop in the face?
Hell fucking no.
Of course not, because I don't think it happens.
Because you don't live in Canada. That's
Fuck
why.
Canada, bro.
Canada, there is no race.
Fuck Canada.
Okay? Canada, everyone is Drake.
They're in Oakland. That's where Rodney King shit happened, right? Right?
Yeah.
Fuck all that shit. They ain't punching. I don't think nobody got punched. I think it was a fuck. I think
It's
somebody.
wild. You wildin', dog.
I'm wildin'.
You don't believe
You
OJ
wildin'.
killed Nicole.
You believe the cop. First
Masai
off,
pushed.
I didn't say all that about OJ. Second of all,
You said allegedly.
I said because
You be throwing out allegedly.
against the court of law, he beat the case. So that's what you got to say. But anyway,
So did the cops in Oakland.
bruh, you really
You gonna
believe
bring
the
up
cops?
Rodney King? I'm just
You
saying.
really believe the cops? They literally just said, "Oh, he didn't have a credential." We all
I'm just
saw the
saying they
credential.
beat the trial. We have to say allegedly.
All I'm
Keep
saying
that
is-
same
Listen,
energy.
I don't believe cops as much as y'all do.
You see how you're
That's
not
what I'm
keeping?
saying.
All I'm saying is you're not keeping the same energy,
Bruh.
I'm not saying what I believe. I
Bruh.
don't really believe anything.
energy's
I just
been
disagree
kept.
with whatever everybody else believes.
The energy's been kept.
Is this
If there's-
reparations
it's
for
the
Rodney
NBA
King?
Finals.
Is
it's
that
the
what
NBA
this
Finals.
is?
There's a whole celebration
Cops beat
happening on a
Rodney.
basketball
Masai
court.
beats cops. It's payback.
I don't believe that shit, bro.
I'm just
Find me
saying
the footage.
Rodney King didn't get beaten. He got
If that,
allegedly beaten.
if that cop got punched by that rich motherfucker, do you think he would sit there on his fucking ass and not sue the fuck? They wouldn't call that shit the Oakland State Raptors after that shit? Are you kidding me? They sue the fucking pants over that motherfucker before they even got back to Toronto.
Oakland State Raptors.
Dude, he could, I don't know, whatever the fuck.
It's not a state.
You know what the fuck I meant, god damn it. I just don't think he got punched. He didn't look like he got punched. If he did get
wildin'.
punched,
I don't wanna
he'd
waste
sue the
time on-
fuck out of that
Why
dude.
can't we look at this as a major moment in civil rights history?
Because I need
saying,
some
that's how
proof.
I'm looking at it.
I
Why
need
can't
some
we look at
proof.
true equality
I need some
here?
proof.
Black
I need
people
some
punching
proof.
cops and no
You're saying that
punishment
proof.
whatsoever.
I need proof.
This is magnificent.
I need
Masai
proof.
the GOAT, dog.
Real talk. This
I
is
love
an
it.
accomplishment. This is what Martin was talking about. This is what Malcolm was talking about.
Yes.
What did Malcolm say? You put
that
your hand
shit.
on me. I put my hand on you or something.
You put your hand in your pocket.
Something about pockets. I don't know. Listen, the point is, he had an important thing about putting your hand in someone's pockets. Point is this.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't know. Malcolm X. Good guy.
Man.
Good guy. So the point is, I think Masai has really reached a milestone achievement in the United States of America. He is wealthy enough to punch a cop in the face and not be punished because of it. We should all be so happy that the United States as a country has reached this part of our history. I mean, think about it. This is amazing. What are you talking about?
I'm telling you, dog.
And we got black people acting like Trump supporters, just looking the
Just
truth in the
wow.
face and denying it
Trump
happened.
supporters?
Fake news.
You over here
Fake
believing
news.
cops on their word when they literally just show that they lied.
But I
You
don't
said,
give
oh.
a fuck. I'm glad he got snuffed.
But he didn't. You show me
Kaz,
footage
I'm
of this
tired of
motherfucker. There's 15,000 people in there. Every
Why you
single
gonna
one
do a
of them.
podcast with Mandy if this is what we're gonna do?
Man, fuck out of here with that shit, dog.
Okay,
fuck
go
out
on.
of here with that shit. You over here believing cops and calling me a Trump supporter. Fuck out of here, dog.
I support Mandy.
Fuck
Love
out
you,
of
Mandy.
here.
Love you, boo boo.
God damn.
Whatever, man. You alright.
Love you, boo boo.
Shout out to Pegasus herself, man.
Real talk. Shout out to she working on Katie's Achilles right now. I want to plug some dates.
Plug it.
Guys, thank you so much for coming out to all the shows. Watching the clips. Matador Tour, presented by Monster Energy and Outbreak this weekend. Coming to Liberty Township. That's the suburbs of Cincinnati. So everybody in that area, come out to the Funny Bone. Then the next weekend, we got Denver, the Comedy Works downtown. One of the best comedy clubs in the country, man. Really great city. Excited to do dropping in there. We're gonna go check out this weed company. Hit us up, so we can go check that shit out. And then that Sunday, I'll be in Houston. The first show sold out. We're adding another show, so by the time this is up, that show will be added. So come on out to that. And then I'm gonna be going to. Let me think. After that, I think it's after that we got Toronto. Yeah, Toronto, man.
Oh,
we
I'm
sold
pulling
out.
up for that.
Yo, you got to
absolutely.
come through. First show sold out. Second show, we still got some tickets available. Sell that shit out, Toronto. Sell that shit the fuck out. Sell both of them out. So go get those tickets right now. And then I got an announcement. I'll be part of the Just for Laughs Comedy Festival.
Yeah.
Nice,
So I'm
huge.
excited about this one, man. I'm going to be doing a live version of Inside Jokes. And that's a show you guys could check out on my YouTube. Hopefully you guys have all checked that out. And a live version of Unsafe Sets. So it's cool to take two things that that we created and to bring that up there and to put them in part of the festival. Unsafe Sets show is just going to be a bunch of comics doing their most fucked up jokes. So I'm going to have them out there, and that's going to be kind of crazy.
Nice.
And I'm also going to be doing the Nasty show out there. So that was kind of cool because Patrice O'Neal, my comedy goat. One of the reasons why I knew about him was from his performances on the Nasty show. So I'm excited to do those. And then some international stuff coming up, man. I'm going to be going to Russia to do the comedy festival in Russia. That's going to be very exciting in September. And then late September, I'm going out to Australia, man. So that's going to happen. Those tickets are available now. Go to theangelschultz.com for all of those. And
Tell Izzy to come through.
Say what?
Tell Izzy to come
Oh,
through.
hell
Word,
yeah, man.
gotta have 'em.
It would be sick to do something in New Zealand, so I got to talk to Izzy about that shit as well. But I appreciate you guys coming out to all the shows, man. It's been amazing, and watching all the clips that we've been posting. We post a new stand-up clip every Sunday on the YouTube, and do the dropping in episodes. All got new stand-up clips in every single one of them as well. So go check those out if you haven't, man. And yeah, you guys.
Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody. There's a shit ton of assholes that came out to Atlanta this past weekend for Duce Palooza. Shout out to all you there. This weekend we'll be in Los Angeles for Duce Palooza BET Awards weekend, June 22nd at the Belasco Theater. It's going to be insane. We haven't announced it yet officially, but by the time this comes out, we'll be able to tell you that Ty Dolla $ign will be the headlining act. It's going to be crazy. And July 5th, New Orleans, Louisiana, Essence Fest. It's going to be a crazy time from 12.
Yo, Andrew's going to be hosting. Come through, Essence Fest. Andrew Schultz is hosting. Maybe he can slide me in on the list. You know what I mean? I'll wait. I won't slap any cops if I'm not on the list.
I hear you,
I'll
man.
get in. Andrew going to be hosting. It's going to be a beautiful thing. July 5th. That's
July 5th.
Celebrate our
New
nation's
Orleans.
independence with Andrew Schultz and Kaz and Duce Palooza.
You asshole. We'll be at the House of Blues in New Orleans July 5th, so pull up to that.
You need to get into Essence Fest because he could probably.
Yeah, I know he got some pull over there,
Okay,
so
yeah,
I
yeah,
might
he'll
need
probably-
a
we'll talk to him.
backstage
We'll talk
pass. Kaz and Vic show on Slam. Make sure you check that out every week. I'll be on SNY today. Well, I guess yesterday, but I'll also be on there this Thursday on the Thread every week at 5 p.m. on SNY. If you're in New York, if you got Verizon, Spectrum, whatever
Check
the hell,
it out.
check that out. Talking lots of sports shit on there. And I think that's it. Download the Station Head app. That's about it, bro.
Yeah, for real. Download that shit.
Okay, so let's get to. We could talk about the KD. Yeah, let's talk about the KD situation.
Hey, I have a real quick finals question. Just
Yes.
real quick, hypothetical. Draymond, when he calls that timeout and they don't have any timeouts left,
Yeah.
that's a technical, right? If there was a game 7, would that be his 7th technical, and would he have been suspended for that game?
I don't know.
If anybody knows
that's
the
a hell of
answer
a
to
question.
that. That's what I thought. I thought if by some miracle they get this, isn't that his 7th technical?
I didn't know that you receive a tech for that.
That's the Chris
Yeah.
Webber. He pulled the Chris Webber. That's why Kawhi shot that free throw.
I remember I said that.
Technically, would that go to the coach?
Nah, because he called the timeout.
Yeah, but I don't know if I don't know if it's a team technical
That's what I'm
or
thinking.
a personal technical.
Yeah.
But it
I
was
didn't know they had team
funny
technicals, but
because
yeah.
he called that timeout. I remember in that moment I was like, "Them Michigan boys, bro, they can't help themselves."
The whole
with these
state.
timeouts,
He was just
bro.
paying homage, bro. That's all he was doing.
And Golden State was in the blue and gold. Like
He-
he
nah,
looked like he
Draymond
was in a
misstate.
Michigan.
Draymond missed state.
Oh, it was State.
yeah.
Yeah, but he's from
He's
Still
Michigan.
Michigan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Saginaw.
So,
Anyway.
okay, what were you saying though, Kaz? So what happens with
KD, what do
with
you think he
KD?
does?
I think KD. I think we know what's going to happen with KD. KD's going to sign with the Knicks, and can we back up a second?
Let's back up a second
Okay.
because I got some the same.
Okay.
I think we're on the same wavelength with this shit.
I want to talk about how the Franks and Beans Knicks are going to do exactly what I said they were going to do in free agency and fuck it up. Okay, fuck it up massively. They lost out on Kyrie, thank God. They're going to lose out on Kemba because the Lakers are doing a big, strong push for Kemba. They lost out on AD. KD they lose out on because even if they do sign him, he's coming back from an Achilles.
Out for a year.
And he's out for a year.
And who knows if he's even
ever going to come back.
And I remember you saying an Achilles injury, it literally changes the shape of the calf.
Yeah.
So you're never
the same again.
Almost never the same.
Never the same again. Now, was he a big leaper? No.
He's bony, though. What's more to change? He doesn't have like massive.
He never had big
like
calves.
that.
Sure, but at the same point in time, it's going to change the way that you play the game. Does he have a game that can come back from it? Sure. But it's going to change the way you play the game. And this would happen to the Knicks. And the Knicks, what they constantly do is they forget that they're a big market team with little market interest. And they're like the hot chick that got fat. And she's walking around not realizing she got fat because her tits are still big, right? So she getting attention for her tits, but she don't realize. Real talk, the Knicks are snooky, right? You're a fat fucking girl, Knicks. Knicks are fat
From
fucking
down here,
girl.
you look hot. Like
Fat.
you're looking at your own tits. Like,
You are
I'm
fat.
still hot. It's like,
yeah,
you
you
don't
get
see the rest of
attention
this.
from a fucking
The
delivery
Snicks.
boy. You get attention
The New York Snicks.
from some fucking people building on on a building site, but you are not getting attention from the majors. But they don't realize that, so they do not plan for the mid-level guys. They're like, we're going to go after AD. We're going to go after KD. We're going to go after Kyrie. You don't have the clout to get any of them. Knicks, you are a piece of shit organization run by idiots. Nobody wants to play for you. So what you have to do is get what's left. That's the best you could do is get what's left. And your entire free agency strategy should be put towards getting what's left. I think we might miss out on Chris Middleton. I think there was a chance. I was like,
He's
worst case
restricted,
scenario,
isn't he?
but he might.
He might opt out and be unrestricted.
Yes.
Okay.
So I think the worst case scenario I was saying before was Chris Middleton, Tobias Harris. I don't even know if we'll get Chris Middleton. I truly don't believe we might get Tobias Harris and fucking whoever. I don't know.
Honestly,
if you sign KD, you don't want Chris Middleton. You tank for one more year with KD on ice. You try to get another lottery pick. Then you have, what's the guy that you think is going to be so good?
RJ Barrett.
RJ Barrett in his second year when KD comes back. You have another lottery pick, hopefully a high one, ready to develop. You sign KD, you put him on ice, you keep the tankathon going. If you sign KD, do not fuck it up and sign Chris Middleton. Anybody who will get you wins, no. Keep your salaries clear and tank one more year.
I got sources and I got scoops.
All right, go.
All right. Just like I told you, the AD trade was happening this weekend, and it did. KD is going to the Knicks. Kyrie is going to the Nets. KD's camp is trying to convince Kyrie to come to the Knicks. Kyrie is trying to convince KD to come to the Nets. The hang up there was one, the injury. If he didn't get injured, he'd have a better shot of convincing Kyrie to change his mind or whatever. He bought a spot in Dumbo, has a spot on the Upper East Side now. Like, he's here. He's basically picking between the two. Secondly, the D'Angelo Russell thing. The one thing that ever since, news has gotten out that I guess through D'Angelo Russell's camp, he pretty much leaked to the media through his people like, hey, if we sign Kyrie, I ain't staying, And people are in around Kyrie's camp are kind of wondering, do we want another fucking weird PR thing that you just love with the Celtics? Like, they got this fun Brooklyn team led by this fun point guard. We thought we was gonna play together. Like, that was Kyrie's plan. Like, all right, well, we'll make it work together. D'Angelo Russell's camp is like, nah. Like, if y'all bringing him here, like, this is a one point guard team.
Kyrie don't make it work.
Kyrie ain't gonna make it work. That's what D'Angelo's thinking. So now, if KD's healthy, all right, Kyrie, we'll go to the Knicks. We'll make it work. Now Kyrie. Does Kyrie want to waste a year with the Knicks and bumming it? And KD's not going to be available for another year. So that's the whole hang up with everybody right now. KD wants to be in New York. That's his plan. Kyrie wants to be in the Nets, but now his team is like, we don't know if he wants to go through the same bullshit he just went through with Boston. That's the only thing going on.
So what do we think is going to happen?
I think they get a stalemate. I think Kyrie still goes to Brooklyn. I think KD goes to the Knicks and sits it out. Same thing. I've heard two locations. Three locations now. Utah, Phoenix, and Indiana.
I would be interested in Utah and Indiana.
Utah, and I'm interested in Phoenix, actually.
No,
Like,
Phoenix, it's too much already.
D'Angelo, Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton, Kelly Oubre Jr. That's a nice little young core.
Yeah, but you can't do D'Angelo and
Booker?
Booker.
They're homies.
Yeah,
They're
but
really
they
close.
can't
It's
play
just
together.
similar styles, it seems like.
It's just
for it.
Probably.
too many guys taking
Also, the
bad
Suns-
shots.
Pacers do interest me too. If Oladipo
Pacers
comes
are
back,
interesting.
Oladipo
But
comes back.
Oladipo needs the rock in order to be effective.
No, he could be a really good two guard.
Because when he was, I'm not saying he can't play good too, but he needs the ball in his hands. D'Angelo needs the ball in his hands. Without the ball in his hands, he can't help his team. Right. So he's not going to be just a spot up shooter.
Right.
He needs to be able to create.
I agree.
So I think if you believe in a guy like him, he's like shitty Kemba. So if you believe in a guy like him, you got to build around him. And you got to get guys who need someone who can create and then dish and then hit. I put shooters around them. That's what I mean. The Nets were doing pretty well.
Yeah,
I
dude,
wouldn't rock
like,
that boat with something like Kyrie.
That's my thing.
I would never rock
That's
that
my
boat.
thing. If I'm Brooklyn, like, do I really want Kyrie? If you're going after Kyrie, you're basically saying, like, I just want to steal headlines from the Knicks, and we're just going after marquee names because we want to be the team in New York City.
You know how you beat the team in New York City?
Win.
Make the playoffs.
Win games,
Win a couple
bro.
games. It's that
Like-
easy. New York, we are desperate for a winner. You know how quickly Knicks fans will shift our focus to the Nets?
Oh, listen.
You know how quickly that will happen if the Nets actually win? And you know what? They deserve it.
Just because I'm a Knicks fan
They
don't mean
fucking deserve it.
I ain't going to Brooklyn Nets playoff games.
Let's be honest, facts.
I'm in that bitch.
And you know what? We right there. The subway's right there. Everything is
a quick
convenient.
trip.
It is convenient to become a Nets fan. It is convenient to become a Nets fan. And all they got to do is start winning. And all the Knicks got to do is keep disrespecting us, keep spitting on our face, keep not doing anything to become a winning team, keep rehiring the same dumbasses that make the fucked up Franks and Beans decisions that got us here in the
I think they're
first
making
place.
good decisions, bro.
What?
I think they're making good decisions.
Name one.
They cleared the cap. They got a pretty good pick. They've been drafting well. They drafted well last year. They got some really good second round and undrafted guys. Like, they have basketball minds there. They don't have, like, old fucking yesteryear guys like, what's the guy, like Donnie Walsh and fucking the guy from the Pacers and all these other dudes. Like, they got some young dudes in there that are player friendly. Like, people love Fizz. People love, what's the other dude's name?
I love
Not
wins.
Perry. I do too.
I want to win.
I do too.
And the Knicks can't do that. The Knicks sucked last year.
They
Say
did
whatever
suck.
you want about Fizz, but he can't take a bunch of guys and make them win.
We'll see.
That's what I'm saying.
In fairness to Fizz, who I think is a little overrated, but in fairness to him, they wanted him to lose last year.
Yeah.
That was the
That's
active goal.
100%.
And I think they should do it again next year, but
And I agree with you on that. There's an argument to be made about it. But our patience is running thin. As a Knicks fan, our patience is running thin. And you have a hot, new,
Is
sexy
it?
team that's in Brooklyn. And wait for it. You have a hot, new, sexy team that's in Brooklyn, right? And the city of New York, Manhattan, has already priced out all of its residents.
That's what I was
It's
gonna say.
barely affordable for us to live here. You disrespect us with these high rents. You disrespect us with these high prices. You disrespect us with these high ticket prices. Everything about going to a Knicks game is disrespectful. So you're not even going to play the starters, right? You're going to lose on purpose. You're going to charge me just as much for the ticket. You're going to overcharge me like crazy on any food, anything like that. There's no fucking parking, nothing around there. And if it is, it's $40, $50. Fuck you.
None of this has to do with basketball.
Fuck you. Yeah. Don't even get me into basketball. That's the
basketball.
most disrespectful part of it.
Listen,
the most. So the Nets come over here and start cooking. You think for a second I'm not gonna look over there? It's like your girl not giving you no pussy, and then some fine pussy right across the river over there is asking to suck your dick. I'm getting my dick sucked. I don't care if it's by D'Angelo, Kyrie, whoever's sucking Levert, whoever's sucking dick over there. I'm coming over to get it sucked. So you better step it up, Dolan. Dolan got the balls to walk into the garden with 4 model bitches, living his best life, while the rest of us starving out here. And a guy goes, "You suck as owner," and then gets booted for life. You suck as owner. You suck as owner. Fuck you.
I honestly think, I honestly think the Knicks are doing what they're supposed to do.
Lose.
They did that last year. They'll probably do it again this
I
year.
do think this is what they needed to do. But it is also funny that you're still fucked up. Like, I don't know how you did it. It had nothing to do with
What
you.
did they do wrong?
Because you're going to sign KD off a torn Achilles. We don't know if he's going to be the same. You have to. This is the move you have to make.
Yes.
Sure, but I don't think it works out. I still think you're going to end up getting fucked because you did all this for one guy, and then he tore his fucking Achilles in the last
Terrible
game
luck.
he played.
Terrible look.
And now you're going to sign him, and I don't know if he'll be good. I don't know if he'll be the same.
He won't be the same, but I
telling you
really
guys
like
this,
RJ Barrett,
you have to hear this point. This idea that you guys have that getting to the playoffs and winning a round or two is going to be amazing. It will be, but that shit gets old real quick. It becomes about championships real fucking quick.
I totally understand that, but I have lived through every Knicks quick fix that there possibly could be. I'm totally cool with building around young, talented guys, getting actual talented players, not some fucking international dude I've never heard of before. A guy like RJ who's very good. A guy like Kevin Knox who could be very good. Dennis Smith Jr. is good. Like, these are good. Mitchell Robinson is good. These are good young players. If you still got cap room and you got fucking a year of KD to maybe come back, like, yeah, you're right. Playoff series 1 or 2, that's fine. But I'm cool with that, other than fucking swing for the fence, get 2 free agents, and now you're in the Lakers situation where it's like championship or bust.
If you sign Kyrie, it'll backfire hard. You get KD and Kyrie, it ain't gonna work.
Fuck the Knicks. Fuck the Knicks. Let's move on. Fuck the Knicks.
Yeah, let's
Let's move on. We got
move on to
Lakers.
relevant
I want
teams.
to talk about the Lakers.
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right. Here's the situation right now. With this AD trade, I want to talk about how the Lakers fleeced New Orleans. I've never seen a more one-sided trade in my entire life.
This is crazy.
Fleeced New Orleans, okay? Brandon Ingram, dog shit. We've been saying he has potential. He can score. He's great. This, that, the other for years. He can't. He's not that good. He can't get a shot off. He's big. He looks the part, but he doesn't play the part. He's the new Darius Miles. It ain't going to work out.
Wow.
Number 2.
Wow.
Number 2.
Right.
Okay, who else did they send over? Josh Hart.
Lonzo
no,
Ball.
We're going to save Lonzo. Josh Hart.
Good player.
Just
solid.
good. He's
fine.
solid.
He ain't gonna change the franchise, but he's good.
He's fine. But we can get a 6'2" guy who can shoot threes anywhere. I can pick that up from 4th Street if I want to. Easy to replace, right? Who else is in the trade? Lonzo. But anybody else? Any other players?
Those are the players.
Okay. And then now we have Lonzo and 3 picks. Now, Lonzo is the only one that I see could be potentially transcendent player. Okay. So you really traded for Lonzo and then these 3 picks. Now, these 3 picks, all going to be dog shit. Why? Because now the Lakers are good. Now they have fucking AD.
This year, it's the number 4 pick.
This year, number 4 pick, right?
Which
in a 2-person draft, they got the number 4 pick.
3-person draft.
Let's hope it's 3-person because I still got a little Knicks, but we know it's 2-person. And so they have the 4th pick in a draft that has 2 players, so dog shit, right? So you have a dog shit pick, you have 2 dog shit players, then you have 3 later picks, right? Which are all going to be dog shit because now the Lakers are good. So you really traded AD for Lonzo straight up. That's really what ended up happening here. The only thing the Lakers really lost was Lonzo's potential.
No, that's
worst
completely
trade
wrong.
for amazing trade for the Lakers. Amazing trade for the Lakers. But for New Orleans, I don't understand how you possibly
I think
do
they
that.
both won. I think this is the rare trade where both teams.
That's what everybody keeps saying, but I don't see it.
I think they both won, bro.
I'm not as on your side, but I'm not. I don't think this is a win-win.
What did they get?
They got options for pick swaps. All right, there's certain years where you can flip what if they like where the Lakers are picking the draft. Like those are our picks. So for the next 7 years, this pick, the next 3 first-round picks, and they have 2 pick swaps after that.
Right.
So if they could do what essentially the Boston Celtics used to do when Brooklyn Nets got a nice pick. Oh, that's a nice pick. We'll take that from you. That turns into Jason Tatum. That turns into Jaylen Brown.
So let me ask you a question. What are the chances that the Lakers are going to have dog shit picks in the near future when you have LeBron James? When you have dog shit picks, really good picks. Okay. When you have LeBron James, AD, and another marquee free agent coming this year.
Might not get another marquee free agent. You got a couple good years of LeBron left, maybe 3.
And then after that,
Anthony Davis has not proven to be very healthy all the time.
After
the Pelicans
LeBron,
just had him, and they are now picking number 1.
Right. So
it's
after
the
LeBron legacy, you have the AD legacy that's going to continue, right? And you're going to have new guys that you sign around the Lakers with AD. All I'm trying to say is the Lakers are poised to have very bad first-round picks for the next 7 years if they want to. So they gave up their potentially very bad first-round picks.
So what do you think they're picking
for
30 every
AD.
year?
Sorry?
You think they're picking number 30 every year? Because I don't think that's happening.
They're picking late 20s.
They may be in the early late 20s.
Late 20s.
I don't know. Late
20s. And when you pick late 20s, that means you pick early second round, right? So they keep their second round because it flips, right?
Yeah.
So they keep their second round picks.
Yeah.
Right? Which are all going to be good second round picks. So they're going to get the best players possible in the second round and then give up the dog shit in the first round anyway. I mean, really, realistically speaking, do you think the player that goes 28 is that different than the player that goes 3 in the second round?
Who could have offered something better?
You got to have a lot of...
I say wait. I always say wait until the All-Star break. Like, something will come up.
I kind of like that strategy.
I think the Spurs could have waited on Kawhi. I think if you got a star... Matter of fact, the most not lopsided superstar trade I've ever seen is the Nuggets for Melo, and they just waited. They were like, look, we'll wait. We know where he wants to go.
I kind of
Y'all are going to cough
that.
it up. You're going to get impatient.
That was a good trade for who?
For Denver.
Yeah.
Yeah, for Denver.
Yeah, that's
we're talking
that's
about
the position I'm
what's
talking
the
about.
best
Gotcha,
position.
gotcha.
You're the team that has a star who wants to leave. Just wait. I'm in no fucking hurry. I don't care. I will wait you out. Maybe that's just my Indian negotiation skills talking.
Probably.
I don't need them. I'm in no rush. I want the deal.
I like that.
Matter of fact, last All-Star
know,
break,
man.
they were offering all this and Kuzma, and I think another first-round pick. I think a fourth.
If you got
First-round
Kuzma as well in this deal, I feel a little bit better because
Is Kuzma that much better than Brandon
He's
Ingram?
flippable.
no, they're both suck. But he's
He put up 18 a game. He doesn't suck. He's not
Kuzma-
this transcendent Kevin Durant type talent, but he doesn't suck.
Kuzma's got more potential because we have seen less years of him not living up to. Also, he had no expectation whatsoever, and now he's exceeding. Brandon Ingram, like, this is the next KD, and he's turning out to be the next Darius Miles. So
He's already better than Darius Miles ever
No, he's
was.
not.
Yes, he is.
I don't think so.
He's averaging 18 a game. Darius Miles never averaged even close to that.
Brandon Ingram's not averaging.
He just had a nice taunt and some dunks.
Brandon
That was
Ingram
it.
not averaging 18 a game. Look.
Adam,
how
please
much
look it up.
Brandon
He's
Ingram
averaging 18 a
averages.
game.
You have to go to NBA.com and get some player stats or
Like,
ESPN player stats.
I'm sure Chris is going to do a better
you
job.
can say dude sucks, but it's like, yo, 18 a game, like that's nothing to sneeze at. You got Zion Williamson coming in. You got Lonzo Ball, who's like the perfect point guard to play with a guy like Zion
See,
Williamson.
I don't think he is.
Why not?
Because everybody's so excited about this Zion Williamson, Lonzo Ball connection, right? Neither of them can shoot. You know how easy it is to stop the pick and roll when you don't have to worry about either party shooting? You just come under. I beg Lonzo to shoot in the pick and roll. Now, Zion, what happens if Zion rolls out and you give him that foul line jumper? Give it to him. I'm not worried about
Who
that
said
either.
he's taking foul line jumpers? He's a freak of nature. It's like,
My point is, so we have the pick and roll.
The ideal, he's saying the ideal pick and roll partner for Zion is a
it's
shooter.
like a Steve Nash point guard.
Steve Nash, I dare you to come under.
Okay.
I dare you to come under that pick and roll
Okay.
with Steve Nash. I'm lighting you up
But
all
there's
day.
other plays, man. Like, if you've seen Lonzo play, like, he's a guy who gets the ball and runs in transition. And Zion's a guy who runs in transition
Also,
as well.
keep in mind, Lonzo can only go one way in the pick and roll. He can't go right on the pick and roll.
18 a game. 5 rebounds, 3 assists.
Solid.
Yeah.
Solid.
Like, that's a good pickup.
Solid. I can't handle. I just don't think he's as good as people think he is, but solid.
Yeah, I remember people didn't want to trade him for Kawhi, and I was like, you guys are
You're out of your
fucking
mind.
retards.
But real quick,
Like,
with
the Celtics are going to kick themselves for not.
Trading Jaylen Brown and the Sacramento pick for him?
Tatum.
Zion,
Yeah.
Lonzo, right? Pick and roll. Now, Lonzo has this thing where he shoots coming up the left side, so he actually can't go. He can't go around the pick right and then pull up as he's going right.
Yeah.
He can go beautifully left because he's actually shooting away from the defender. But if he comes around right, he's actually fighting his own momentum to get the shot off.
Right.
So he's limited in his ability to operate the
You
pick
also
and roll.
got Drew Holiday there, too,
Dude, I love Drew.
who might be.
I am a fan.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
flippable.
I
If
am
you're
a
rebuilding, Drew can get you something.
I think so. And he can get you something on a team that's like almost there.
Who needs that? Like, he's a guy you put on, I don't know, the Bucks, maybe.
Yo, Bucks, Lakers, ready? Wait for it. The Warriors.
Or,
Warriors need some
shit.
scoring. Need some
And they need
buckets.
some defense behind Steph.
I can see that.
I mean, I don't know who has assets that you would want anything from, but like, yeah, he's a guy. And I also don't know how many years he got left on his fat ass deal.
He did get a fat.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
But he's good.
So we didn't really talk about what this means for the Lakers, though, this trade.
Oh, yeah.
Well, real quick, I just want to address because we'll move away from New Orleans and just go Lakers. You know who's got to be kicking himself right now? LeVar Ball. Because he drank the Kool-Aid, right? He said, okay, I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to play along with LeBron's plan. I guarantee he was given assurances. I guarantee they said, hey, Lonzo's not going anywhere. You just got to be quiet and let us do this. And he said, okay, I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to go along with the corporate way. I'm going to go along with the corporate system.
Come on with it.
And what happened? They traded his son's ass in a fucking heartbeat.
Realistically, though, what could he have done? If he spoke up and LeBron was like, get this guy the fuck out of here. They're getting him the fuck out of here.
I really do believe that when he speaks up, better things happen for his kids.
I think I think when he is quiet, worse things happen for his kids. I think when he speaks up, he controls the narrative of his kid. I think when he speaks up, he can go, listen, when my kid's in the game, he's averaging 10 assists a game. LeBron's playing better. Everybody's playing better. Without my kid, this team wouldn't even be doing anything. He's the most important player, and it's whatever it is. And then all of a sudden, when trade talks start to happen, the LA people go, trade Lonzo, but everybody's playing better with Lonzo. Why would you? He shut up, and his kid got shipped out to New Orleans. And the problem now is for New Orleans because LeVar is not going to shut up over there. No. He's going to be the loudest mouthpiece the NBA has ever seen, and I cannot wait.
It's going to be great. I can't wait for Big Baller brand for the part 2 in New Orleans and the Big Easy Baller brand.
Oh, I love it.
I can't wait for it, bro. I can't wait for it. I think I think the Pelicans are going to be fun, man. I think if I was them, I'll take that 4th pick, flip it for somebody, try and get like Bradley Beal or somebody.
Everybody's trying to replicate the Celtics thing, which is assets. That's why the 3 first-round draft picks are big. That's why these guys, the pick swaps or whatever, it's just assets. We just want a war chest. Now, the problem with threading that needle, man, is the Celtics might have missed their window. They stockpiled all the assets.
They called
Kawhi
their bluff.
is out there. Kawhi, we don't know. Jaylen Brown and the Sacramento pick probably would have gotten it done. And they're like, well, I don't know. We got this kid. He's good. Let's just sit it out. And now you're fucked. Let's make the trade.
The entire league called the Boston Celtics bluff. They're like, you're not going to trade any of this shit. And on top of that, it didn't help that.
What do you mean? Explain that more.
I'm talking about how they stockpiled all these assets and they were looking at Danny Ainge like this fucking
guru,
GM, genius or whatever.
I was too.
We all did. We looked at them. We looked at all the high first round picks they had, the cap space, and the fucking star players that they already had. We're like, these guys are going to be good for another 10, 15 years. And they still might be.
Right.
But you kind of missed out on the treasure chest of free agents right now.
Right.
You don't have the money to go out and get any of these guys because Kyrie's about to leave. And, you're kind of sitting there with your dick in your hand next summer because who's left? Anthony Davis?
Well, that's the thing.
Who's going to resign?
They gambled on the wrong player. They gambled on Kyrie.
Yeah.
Kyrie's not a guy you gamble on, man. I'm telling you this as a guy. We just watched this happen.
We just watched it.
They gambled on Kyrie. Kyrie's like, nah, I'm not staying. I'm out. So they said, okay, we took our gamble on Kyrie. Kawhi is hurt. Let's not take that gamble. Kawhi is the gamble you take.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm putting it together. Yeah.
To me, you gamble on Kawhi just because I saw his ceiling, and that's why I had him picked 2 years ago to win MVP because you've seen Kawhi's ceiling. It destroys other teams. That motherfucker Thanos. I said Thanos earlier. He Thanos.
Yeah.
Whatever your best Avengers are, bring them on. I got him.
Right.
Kyrie just a guy who's a really good second.
He gets buckets.
He's a really good second fiddle.
That's it.
But I don't want to take a risk on a really good second fiddle. Let me swing for the fences on the number 1 motherfucker.
Right.
And then take. We'll see what the second.
You know what it is?
becomes.
They saw what Isaiah Thomas did.
Too? Did you see the latest Avengers? Yeah. Thanos loses.
Yeah, but who else am I going to pick? I'm saying he's Iron Man.
I'm just saying.
Sacrifices himself.
Who also loses.
He also dies. You got to go Scarlet Witch or whatever that cunt's name is.
I think they saw what Isaiah Thomas did for that Boston Celtics team and were like, oh, Kyrie's better than him. This should clearly get us over the hump. Yeah. And conventional wisdom tells you that might have worked, but Kyrie's... he's not all there sometimes.
I think that's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
And I, to be honest with you, I think that's exactly what Toronto felt. Mm-hmm. They're like, DeRozan is getting us here. Kawhi's going to get us.
Him. Yeah. He'll get us over the hump, and he did.
And
he did.
And it was, I think it might be hard. I might be hard for us to tell what a diva Kyrie was when he was with Cleveland.
Yeah, because he was under Dad Bron.
He was under Dad Bron.
Yeah, Dad Bron wasn't taking that shit.
I also just thought, as in terms of the game, a guy who can control the game defensively. What's the term you always use? Shut the water off. Kawhi can shut the water off and turn the water off on your other team's best player.
Yeah.
Kyrie don't have that potential.
Sure, but neither did Isaiah. I think that's what Kaz is trying to say is if they went that far with IT.
Okay, just upgrade that one position. Okay.
And I think, and we're like, we'll lock down everybody. Yeah, we have a hurt IT. We have healthy Kyrie, who's already got championship experience. Bring him on board. This is how we cross the hump, or what is it called? Get over the hump. Get over the hump. Which is reasonable. I think that was a smart decision.
Yeah, I mean, you make the trade. I get it, but I
guess that's just how thin the margin is. Then that
fucking thin, dude. Who would have thought before this season that DeMar DeRozan was that much worse than Kawhi? That much?
That much?
I would have told you that.
I thought, son, I picked them.
Not me.
I picked them to go to the finals as soon as they got Kawhi. I just remembered Kawhi shutting down peak LeBron. Yeah.
Right.
And I will
but
never forget that.
We all picked them to go to the finals.
Yeah, I said I think they'll beat the Warriors.
No, you said the Warriors were going to lose, but you didn't think that they would beat them, right?
I said if they play the Warriors in the finals, I think they can beat them.
Oh, no, you didn't even think the Warriors were going to the finals.
I think I don't know. I don't know when. I just didn't see them winning. But I said if they play the Warriors in the finals, I think because Kawhi can do that.
Right.
It was only 3/4 of basketball, whatever. But we saw him against the peak Warriors, just fucking wrecking shop.
Right.
I just saw that potential.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I thought he was a little bit better than DeMar DeRozan.
My only hang up, I agree with you on that. My only hang up was the injury.
Yeah, the injury.
I didn't know if he was. I don't know if he was going to be back to peak Kawhi again, and he was for the most part.
I mean,
load management. And he was
fucking
good
real.
Yeah.
So
Lakers. What does this mean for them? Are they the favorite now?
Yeah. He's that good, man. I hated on AD until I saw him play in the playoffs. He's that good. He's
great for LeBron too.
Okay,
he's the perfect LeBron teammate. He's the perfect LeBron teammate.
Talk to me about that because I'm trying to wrap my head around why he is the perfect LeBron teammate.
I'm speaking mentally, not basketball.
Oh yeah. He'll cuck out to him.
Fucking fantastically talented, and he's never going to challenge LeBron for alpha dog status.
Okay, but let's talk about on the court. Why is he the perfect one?
If you're a LeBron James teammate, you need to be able to shoot good.
Okay, good shooter.
You need to be able to protect the paint. You need to be able to finish around the rim. You need to be able to take a lot of the shit that comes with playing with LeBron James. And Anthony Davis checks all the boards by himself.
Okay, real quick.
By himself. He's Kevin Love and JaVale McGee and Tristan Thompson and Kyrie Irving all in one.
He is Kevin Love and Tristan Thompson.
He's Kevin Love and Tristan Thompson with together. with Wade mentality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he's the perfect LeBron teammate. Like,
so how do they space that
floor?
The
court. He can spread the court.
But how? How do they position that offense?
Well,
is LeBron playing point?
No, I don't think LeBron plays point, but I do think Anthony Davis spreads the floor as much as you don't want to make him like a Kevin Love just spot up guy.
I'm asking specifically, where do you put him?
Who, LeBron?
No.
AD?
Yeah, because LeBron's going to have the ball.
Center.
No, I know he's going to play center, but where on the floor? Is he going to be in the wing? Like,
is he stretch five?
Because here's the thing. With LeBron, you can't have AD on the block, right? Because if he's on the block, it's going to clog up that lane, and LeBron wants to get there unaffected,
I don't know, bro. Like, the great thing about AD is, like, you can literally put him anywhere.
So where do you put him?
Everywhere.
So here's my question.
You put him everywhere.
So check this. Do you go pick and roll up top with LeBron and AD? Because no matter if they switch, LeBron has a center on his heels.
Yeah.
If they don't switch, if they switch and then the ball goes to AD, AD's got whatever power forward or three.
LeBron coming around the corner.
It's like
it's unfucking
I think
fair.
you go pick and roll with them up top.
And you do that a lot. You definitely do that a lot. But at the same time, you always want to. And another factor for that teammate, you got to be somebody who takes gravity away from LeBron. You got to be somebody like Wade who, like, Bron aside, I still go get you 25.
Right.
Kyrie aside, I could still go get you 25.
Right.
Like, he is a guy, I forgot he had a stretch of games this year. We had like 53, 46, 50, like stupid fucking numbers on the Pelicans. And it's like LeBron is, and Wade and Irving were great talents. He'll never play with a player
this is
better
the best teammate he's
than
ever
Anthony
had.
Davis.
Yeah. Okay. So does LeBron finally have someone on his team where if LeBron goes to the bench, the team can score?
Absolutely.
That wasn't that way with Kyrie. Kyrie couldn't get fucking buckets when LeBron went to the basket.
Even better.
That's why, to me, that's why you don't go for another max free agent.
I think you build a team around them. I agree with Kaz. But he's got a guy who not only that, when LeBron sits out games to rest, they can still win. Remember the teams were always like one and infinite without LeBron?
That's a great point. Okay, so now you get to do load management with LeBron.
Yes.
As he gets older, very important.
You
Another
essentially
thing.
did load management with AD this year. Like, he didn't play a fucking
100%.
game.
So here's another question. As we start to build the team around AD and LeBron, obviously we need shooters. Mm-hmm. Listen, getting a guy like Chris Middleton
that'd be big.
Would huge, but you're going to have to pay. Do you look for a guy like JJ Redick?
Oh, absolutely.
You bring a JJ in?
Yeah, JJ's great for LeBron.
Yeah, you see what he did with Embiid. He put up career numbers. And Anthony Davis is better than Embiid.
And so is LeBron.
And LeBron is better than Jimmy Butler and Ben Simmons.
So do you get a guy like JJ and then pay him a lot and do like 1 years?
Yeah.
You pay him like the $15 million and do a year?
You go get Danny Green. Get Danny Green, get JJ Redick.
Danny's legs were done, man. He looked horrible in the series. But do you go get those shooters? You go get those role playing. Do you even get a Kyle fucking whatever his name is? Korver, yeah.
Oh, he'll go play with LeBron for free.
In a second. Yeah. Woke Bay, Kyle Korver.
Absolutely.
Comes to the Lakers. So you need what? 2 or 3 of these guys?
Mm-hmm.
You know what they did last year when they signed LeBron and they got a bunch of pieces? You get less crazy pieces. You know what I mean? Like they got fucking head cases, but you just go get pieces again. Mm-hmm. LeBron, you can build him a complete team. You still don't have a coach, which is wild, but you can build him a complete team. You got a fucking superstar he's never played with, and now you can build pieces to complement these guys. Yeah. Build the actual team.
Yeah.
Get a Kyle Korver, get a JJ Redick, get a whoever the fuck else would be good with them.
But you also need
defensive
guys
stopper
defensively who can lock down.
3-and-D guys surrounding LeBron would be a perfect
But who's there? Who's a 3-and-D guy?
Trevor Ariza is out there.
Trevor Ariza is out there.
And he's an LA guy. He would love to be back in LA.
Oh,
he would love to end his career in LA.
Does he have legs still?
He was in Phoenix.
He probably saved his legs all year.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like Phoenix, they got some shit over there where like it's like the fucking fountain of youth. Like you go over there and like all of a sudden you get like 3 more years back in your career.
Son,
I don't know what the fuck they do over there.
Trevor Ariza would be the perfect 3-and-D for the fuck and that length. Think about the. Okay, what is Trevor Ariza? 6'7"?
6'8".
6'8" long, right?
The length on the floor is crazy.
AD, LeBron, Trevor, everybody. You're talking about. I mean, at that, then you can bring a JJ. Then you can bring something little because you can fill the gaps.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Who runs that show? Is my thing. Who runs that show?
LeBron. He's your point forward, whatever the fuck.
Okay, if it isn't LeBron, who do you bring in? I don't think Rondo can shoot well enough.
No. I think again, you look at, and people, this name's going to keep coming up. Fucking Brogdon from Milwaukee.
You love Malcolm Brogdon.
I love Malcolm Brogdon,
bro. He's a good role player.
He is like fucking, he's like a souped up George Hill.
Okay, like, what if it's not Brogdon? What if it's somebody else?
I don't even know who else is out there. But I mean, shit, there's
It was an interesting option that you'd have to max out, but also interesting. Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
But to run it?
Not to run it, just
to have him there.
Have him there, absolutely. He's a great guy.
I also think he's too individualistic. I think he has such like a strong individual spirit that he wouldn't coalesce with a LeBron team. I think you need guys who will just fall into the flow.
I don't know, man. And a lot of things people aren't really taking into consideration. We're saying these people got to get maxed out, but like you got AD and LeBron on your team.
Yeah, you're willing to take a little.
Somebody's going to take a little shave on the top to win and play over there.
Ariza would be huge.
Yeah.
Brogdon would be great. I don't know what other free agent point guards are out there.
I mean, Kemba. I think Kemba works so fucking well there, but I don't want to do Kemba and JJ because now you're too small up top. Right. Kemba can be your only small guy, but dude, Kemba, like imagine what Kemba did with zero gravity around him, as you say.
Put 25 a game.
Holy shit!
Better he's shooting as good as he's ever shot in his career.
You got Kuzma hitting threes.
Knockdown 3. Kuzma's very good.
Kuzma start?
Kuzma starts. Kuzma starts. He definitely starts.
So
that's another long guy.
This is nuts. AD, Kuzma,
power forward.
LeBron, Trevor, Kemba.
Yeah,
that's stupid.
That's a 5.
That's stupid.
And the 5 is good, but you need that fucking depth. Like that, you will run.
That's why I don't know if I'd do Kemba. I would build pieces. Unless
Kemba comes for less money, and we pitch him on like, hey, we're gonna win this chip, but like we gotta take this money so we can get A, B, C, and D. Like you need fucking depth in the finals to win championships. You'll win all the games you want.
You need at least 7 contributors, I think.
Yeah.
You're gonna have LeBron and AD sit at least 20 games for load management. Yeah. Like you need to go at least 8-9 deep to win a chip this year, especially going through a team like Denver, who's going to be deeper than ever.
See, I still think Denver's a problem, man. I don't think the West is necessarily the Lakers.
That's
Michael
what I keep
Porter
saying.
Jr.
That's what everyone's saying.
And plays ball. They are a real issue.
They are a championship team.
That aside, if another player becomes available for a trade, another fucking alpha dog, you know who got pieces out the ass is Denver.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. And a great front office. And you know who we shouldn't sleep on? Portland.
Portland's going to be right back in there.
Portland hooped.
Enes
And they
Kanter
lost
is going to be
Nurkic.
good.
They lost Nurkic. He's going to be back.
Going to be back. Like, yeah. Portland's not going anywhere. Like Denver.
No slouches.
I was watching Get Up again this morning. Like everybody was saying, like they've been watching Michael Porter Jr. all through the offseason, and he looks like he's going to be a problem.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. Like he was a walking bucket in high school and college. He was a higher prospect than Trae Young, all these fucking big guys who ended up cooking in the NBA. And everyone's saying, like, he looks like the real deal.
Really?
So, and he's cheap.
That's right. You got him for what? 3 more years?
Whatever, on his rookie deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's Denver's going to be scary. Portland's going to be scary.
The Nuggets roster on the screen just so we can look at
Yeah,
it.
they got, Jamal Murray.
They're deep. That's
Will
the thing.
Barton.
Deep.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They're deep. Yeah. It's like the Portland Trailblazers when they traded for Pippen. They had crazy ass depth, and then they traded a bunch of pieces and got Pippen and came within one quarter of making it to the finals. Yeah. So like that's kind of how I see the Nuggets right now. You got your alpha dog. You got Jokic. And then you got pieces to trade. If anybody becomes available that you want, they got so much wing depth. And they got Porter Jr. coming in. It's like, give up a few, go get somebody, and you still have a complete team with one alpha dog, maybe 2 if you can make the trade. Like, Denver, I still think is a favorite.
So, yeah. Whoa. No,
the Lakers are right there, and if they build a team, it's going to be really fucking fun to watch.
Yeah.
But Denver,
You know who else is going to be right there?
Denver.
The motherfucking Clippers. The Clippers will still be there.
Who they gonna make moves for, though? Who they going to get?
They were still pretty good without making any moves. Yeah. Like, they'll still be there.
Gary Harris, Will Barton, Torrey Craig is their shooter. Malik Beasley, I think, is young and interesting. He's fucking athletic. Plumlee's, you're not really going to get shit for him in a trade, but just wing depth. Millsap, if he declines his option, you got cap space. Like, they got 4 wings right now that are good trade pieces, I think.
Yeah.
And that's not including Porter Jr.
I think you roll with that squad.
I
think you roll with that squad and
go.
give a lot of Western Conference teams a lot of issues. Yeah. Who
Yeah,
else is
you
out
got-
there, man?
And they took their lick.
cheap.
I think they're going to be scary in the playoffs next year. This is the same reason I didn't think the Bucks would win it. I just don't. When you're brand new, I don't think you usually win. I think Golden State was an outlier.
Let me tell you, another team that's going to be out there that we're not even talking about, but I guarantee you, what's the date today? June fucking whatever. June 17th. The Sacramento Kings will be a problem next year. They will absolutely be in the playoffs, and I see them going to the second round too. They're going to be that young, new, fucking exciting team with De'Aaron Fox and Willie Cauley-Stein and Harrison Barnes and they're deep. They're going to get another young talent. Like, I like the way that team is made up, man. Buddy Hield, another guy who gets 20 a game. Like, these are, they got 1 or 2 veterans. That's a solid playoff team in the West. And the Golden State, they're gonna be down. The Rockets are probably gonna be down if they lose Chris Paul, like he said he wants to leave. Like, those are 2 playoff teams that might be on the outside looking in. And Sacramento's a team that I've been watching for a while, and they're on the rise and they're exciting. And Fox is a fucking dog, and Hield is a bucket. And I like the way those guys are made up. They remind me a lot of this Nuggets team. They remind me of the young.
Real quick side note: I read they tried to make a move for AD, but AD wanted, but New Orleans wanted Murray, and they were just like, no, we're not giving you Murray. Yeah,
Imagine Jokic
and
AD.
Fucking crazy, dude.
But then what happens is those tall teams run into trouble
And it's really small.
in small ball.
Yeah.
And Golden State has proved that they could score enough to withstand their lack of rebounding.
Right.
You need elite shooting, but it does cause a problem.
Yeah.
Because you could run the Jokic and then what's the other guy's name?
Millsap?
No. You could Jokic and AD.
Oh, shit, my
rolls
bad,
all
yeah.
fucking day. We should wrap this. We should wrap
Kaz
this up.
wanted
We've
to
been
run
going.
one hypothetical. Does going to a big market team lower your value?
Yeah, I got on Twitter the other day once everybody was talking about the AD trade, and people were like, AD's not top 5. I'm like, what? And I've seen this happen with a lot of players when they go to big market teams. Like, you're gonna kill me for this, but when Melo got traded to the Knicks, when Wade got LeBron, and all these and Bosh and all these guys, when you go to a big market team or wherever LeBron's playing, that turns into a big market team.
Right.
Does that lower your value to the rest of the league? Because there's a lot of people saying, AD might be top 8, top 9. I'm like, you must have not have watched AD play basketball in a while, because he is top 5 in his sleep.
I think playing at a small market team reduces your value. So I think that we just forget how valuable these guys are.
I also think once you go to a LeBron market or a big market, then there's expectations. Then you're looked at under a microscope, and then all of a sudden your value's very different.
I can see that. 'Cause that's what happened with Kevin Love.
AD's value, Kevin Love's value as talents, AD's off the charts. As a winner, he got to the second round once, and it was really fucking cool the way he did it, but, like, that's it.
Yeah.
When you're in a big market, that shit matters.
Yeah. I also think when you're on, there's a difference between being a big market and being on, like, a LeBron team.
Yeah.
Because
it's a different microscope.
Yeah. Different microscope and different skill set necessary. It's like there's a lot of guys in the league that could score 25 points on a shitty team.
Yeah.
A lot of guys. There are very few guys who can score 25 points on a good team.
Yeah.
And those buckets get scarce.
On LeBron teams, you got to be efficient.
You have to be
and
he does not put up with inefficiency or like over dribbling. You need to be economic with your dribbles, economic with your shots, and I think that's what happens. Like because you look at a guy like KD, who's incredibly economic with his dribbling and incredibly economic with shooting, and then he went to a major market team, and what happened? Exploded. Everybody started talking about he's the best player in the league.
Yeah, because he's wildly efficient. He was only getting like a handful of touches a game.
Boom.
Still putting up 25.
Easy.
He could go to any other healthy KD. Could go to any team and average 35, 36. He could put up stupid. Like the numbers Harden puts up. Come on.
Stupid.
Ridiculous.
Hundreds, yeah.
But it's weird. It's weird how like once, a guy like that goes to a LeBron team or a big market team, people kind of like undervalue him and be like, oh, you were on a shitty team. But there's certain players like AD who do so much, and you could look at the Kevin Love example, like when Minnesota, where he literally had to do everything and put up a bunch of buckets and got a shit ton of rebounds because his teammates sucked. I can see how your numbers could explode from that.
Yeah.
But Anthony Davis, he has no discernible basketball weakness. He literally does everything.
His health is the only
His health
thing
is
you
the
can
only
question.
thing. His health is the only thing. If he's healthy, he can run the break. He can block shots. He can guard for almost 4 positions. He could shoot the 3. He could defend. Everything you need from a basketball player, he does very well.
Yep.
So, I mean, we're gonna get a very strong reminder this season just how good that motherfucker is.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
I got one announcement to make. Gali gali mein short hai, Pakistan short hai. Fuck y'all, we beat y'all ass in cricket. You ain't shit ass country, stupid ass team. Suck my dick, Pakistan. Y'all got washed. Y'all got fucking washed. That's my finals.
You was waiting for that
That's
all
my
day,
NBA
goddamn it.
Fuck out of
love
here,
it.
dog. What you know about
I
Rohit
fucking
Sharma?
love
Fuck
it,
you.
yo. Shit, goddamn. Yeah, I think that's it. Well,
That's it.
Yeah. Speaking of which, one more thing, Kaz and Vic show, we'll be doing the Slam draft suite all week from there. So all the NBA draft picks, they'll be coming up, pulling up, talking with me and Vic over at Slam. So check that out. And yeah. Gully Gully Shorey and all that shit.
Pakistan short hair. You got the most important part, ass.
My bad, bro. I'm
Goddamn.
learning, goddamn. I'm not as cultured as Andrew sometimes.
Shouts to Bash. I hung out. We probably talk about this next week too. But I hung out with Bash from the Discord.
Say word.
The guy
Oh
that
yeah, I
started the
fuck with
Discord.
Bash.
I went to
Okay.
Montreal. I met up with Bash. Real cool. He brought gifts. I forgot him. We might talk about it more next week.
Nice.
But the point is, Bash, you ain't shit. You stupid ass Muslim country. Fuck you. Y'all lost. You ain't shit. Suck my dick. Even though you're Indian, you know who you're rooting for in your heart.
Bro, it's a good week, man. But shout out to everybody. Is Andrew done? Should we just wrap this up?
Yeah, we're done. God
Fuck
bless.
it, man. God bless. Keep signing up to the Patreon account, patreon.com/Flagrant2. And we'll catch you motherfuckers later. Keep it tight, as always. Bitches.